Vlad.
Yeah.
That sounds, because, you know, one thing that you told me was embrace the hate. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
been
that
doing it
line.
more.
I embrace the hate.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people that got love for us, though, and check this, because what motivated me to come back to the show was I was, you know, shopping, and this young kid, white kid, about probably 15 years old, he's with his moms, and he goes, yo, Vlad, I watch all your interviews. So that's what motivated me is the younger generation also, as well as my OGs and people my age and in their 30s or whatever and younger. But, you know, it's just, you know, I appreciate the outlet you throw me. Cameron calls us business partners. I don't know what you shout to Cam. We just did.
We'll talk about that in a second.
We'll talk about that.
Talk about
That's
that
cool.
in a second.
That was great. That was a great show.
Yeah.
And first we gotta talk about some hip hop too, Vlad.
We're gonna talk about all this.
All
But
right,
first
cool.
of all, welcome to VladTV.
Vlad
Tony
TV,
Yayo's
come on,
back.
let's go, man.
Tony Yayo's back.
Yes, baby,
Round
I'm
of
back.
applause. Round of applause.
Shout to that kid though. I forgot his name. You know, he motivated me to come back, come to Vlad. Yo, I watch all your Vlad interviews. You know, because I'm just here for the people.
Millions of people do.
Yeah.
Don't let them tell you otherwise.
I told you how great ideas me and you have a show.
Yeah.
We just
gotta
curse each other out all day because I fucking never agree with you, but it's cool.
People are saying you and I need to do like a buddy cop movie.
What do you mean? Who's gonna be the cop? You?
We can both be cops.
Nah, I can't be.
Nah, you can't be a cop in a movie?
Nah.
Really?
I don't know why they would say that. That's crazy. but that's crazy because I'm no way federal. I'm never. That's one thing about me, Vlad. When I do these interviews, like I never try to be federal on these interviews.
Okay.
Because people think like, yo, when you do these interviews, you know, some of them you being federal. Like you might say some crazy shit. I'm not saying that crazy, too crazy on here. That's it.
Well, you mentioned the Cameron show.
Right.
You and 50 did the show.
Definitely.
Uncle Murder too, right?
Shout to Cameron. Wish
Yeah.
Mace was there. You know, Mace wasn't there, but shout out to Mace too.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great show. You know what I'm saying? Nice platform.
Yeah. My name got brought up.
Yeah, Cameron said he got more cameras than you and shit like that.
Well, he said his studio's nicer than mine, but
Yeah.
he's never been in my studio. What do you think? You've been to both studios. Who's got the nicest studio? Be honest.
He got a lot of cameras and shit.
He's
though,
got more
bro.
cameras. I got 3 cameras.
You got a lot of shit too, but his shit is like, I mean, that shit is like in the casino, like damn near. Like it's like, you know, to walk to his shit, you see the baccarat shit. You know what I mean? It's like his shit is like, I don't know. It's kind of it's ill. I can't front. It's ill.
All
It's
right.
ill.
Salute to
I'm
Cameron.
not saying you ain't got more shit, but you know he got.
Okay, I'm just wondering. I've never
Show-
been to a studio. He's never been to
Cam got
mine.
a lot
so,
of. He
you
got
know.
a lot of high tech cameras, lights.
Okay.
Fucking, it's just crazy in there. I ain't gonna lie.
All right.
He got more shit than you, Vlad.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. If he does, he does. Salute to Cam. You know, he hit the podcast world hard.
Yeah,
Made an impact, especially on the sports side, and you know him and Mace.
yeah,
I think
definitely.
are a strong
They
team.
getting a big bag over there, man.
Yeah, congrats. You know, if he ever wants to do my show, him or Mace, they're welcome. If they
That'd
want
be-
me on their show, you know, they just hit me
Yeah,
up.
that's great. They hit
I
you up.
like supporting everyone in my space.
Definitely, man. It's hip hop, man.
Yeah. What are they saying though? That like, what did 50 say that you're all talking about on Vlad TV? You're all quiet on
Oh
Cam's
no!
show?
I mean, you know, it was more of his interview. You know, when I come up here, it's more me doing my thing. So I didn't even know like what was expected when I went up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't know there was a microphone for me and Murder. I didn't know no Diddy. I didn't know that stuff was
Why
there.
was that a no Diddy?
A microphone for me?
Come on, man.
I don't know.
People
It's
are
like-
over Diddy.
It's like now everything is a no Diddy.
It's an
You
over
right,
Diddy.
Forget it, man.
That's
It's
an
just
over Diddy.
Force of habit. Let me stop saying that. But no, I didn't even know it was set up for us to sit down and talk. So it was just different for me.
Yeah, they just threw you in there.
Yeah, I just no the microphones like I didn't know because it was like Star that set it up, so I didn't know like what was going on. I was downstairs. I told Murder to just go upstairs and see if we could get some papers from Cam and Mace. So I was downstairs with some of that good old Cookies Flamingo. You know what I mean? 702. Shout to Cookies Harrison too. Shout to Dr. Green. Got the Dr. Green Jacob on. You know what I mean? Get your
Jacob on now?
Get your NFT
Okay.
soon. Nah, I been had this.
Huh.
This from my Dr. Green deal.
Okay,
Shout
so
out-
they gave you a
yeah,
Jacob watch.
Yeah, they gave me a Jacob watch. Shout out to the Capone boys. Shout out to you know, everybody over there, the whole team. You know, they got me on the team as well as a whole bunch of other artists. You know, and I like what they doing. It's like, you know, we gonna have it has a lot to do with crypto and NFTs.
I mean, were you rocking the Jacobs when they were popular, like with the like the white ones with the red
Yeah.
and blue blocks on them? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I had a Jacob. I gave it to one of the homies a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually gave it away.
Yeah, that was a classic watch for its time.
I should have kept it.
Yeah, that one there, I think you should have kept.
But see, that's how I was with my friends. I used to give them watches, drive my cars, sleep in my house, crash my cars. You know, just it was just take them on trips, take them around the world. And a lot of them don't even call me to say happy holidays. Happy holidays to everybody too. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. But a lot of these people don't even reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? So I done gave people watches, chains. You know what I'm saying? I remember there was a producer, Doe Pesci, dude from the hood. I got him like a beat, and Drake sampled it, got him a check later on down the line. Like, I done helped a lot of people, and they don't even call you. I done helped artists, Danny Brown, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if they call me or not, because I'm going to live my life regardless. You know, it's cool. It's all cool with all of them. I'm just mentioning some of the stuff I did for dudes around the way, new artists, and dudes that just was around me every day. You know what I'm saying? I used to give people chains. Yo, here's a chain. You know how much jewelry I would have if I didn't give jewelry away?
How much jewelry did you think you gave away total? Add it all up. Add it all up, dollar-wise.
I gotta say at least probably 80,000 in jewelry just gave away.
Okay, so almost 100,000 in jewelry.
Yeah, I would say that just about. Because the value of the Jacob watch at that time was what? It probably over that, but I know the value went down, so.
That one's kind of classic. I think that may have kind of dipped up a little bit. You see Drake wearing it and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I don't know the value of the classic Jacob watch, but I don't know if he was overpaying at that time, because 50 gave me that Jacob watch.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it was a gift to me, and I just gave it to one of the homies. Like, when I came home out of jail, they gave that to me.
Do you still have, like, the original G-Unit chains and the stuff like that?
A lot of the shit was given away. A lot of shit you can't find. A lot of shit, you really not thinking about it no more.
I mean, what was...
Because jewelry for me is cool, but it's like, after a while, I don't know, as you get older, it's not really that special to you. I mean, if it's special, like, I like watches and stuff like that. You see how you like watches?
Yeah, I like
You know what I'm saying? So the chain really kind of, you would say lose their value depending on the chain.
Well, a custom jewelry, anything will lose value as soon as you buy it.
Except for not really the watch, though, no?
No, custom. You start throwing ice on the watch, it's going to lose value.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. You customize anything, and it's going to be less than what it's worth.
Right.
Right then and there. So you leave a plain chain, you good.
Right. So,
but a chain in and of itself is custom, unless you just get like a Cuban or something with nothing on it. But like an emblem, that's all custom.
But that goes to say, when you say you get your watches, you get them all insured.
Right.
Motherfuckers in the hood is dying for it. See, there's a big difference. So when you look at the jewelry game, it's a whole different game. It's crazy. Because you got insurance, so you giving your shit up. But motherfucker in the streets...
Oh, you know, someone trying to rob me, they can have it. I'm not resisting. Seriously, everyone listening to this, you don't have to shoot me or stab me over anything of mine.
Vlad, this a Vlad
Go ahead.
PSA.
Make a video out of it afterwards. Go ahead and put it on a world tour. I'm not going to get hurt over this piece of metal on my wrist.
So you see, that's the difference between, you know, the hood and a civilian.
Yeah.
That's, you know, being hood, because motherfuckers are getting robbed left and right. The chain sometimes, when you look at some of the artists that we lost, like a PNB Rock, Roscoe's, that wasn't worth it, or a Pop Smoke. New York ain't been kind of the same without Pop Smoke.
True.
In my eyes, he's was the star.
100%.
Because
the whole New York drill movement started with Pop Smoke. And everyone else, I feel, is trying to do their best Pop Smoke impression. Not in a negative way, but just out of homage to
I wouldn't say it started with Pop Smoke. I would just say Pop Smoke was a star.
Who was doing that type of music before Pop Smoke?
There was a lot of niggas. There was a lot of Pop Smoke. There was a lot of niggas before Pop Smoke.
With that sound, though, with the drum patterns and the way the bass lines would come in?
There was a lot of drill. I just can't come up with no names right now, but I know plenty of drill rappers from the Bronx that was kind of doing it before Pop Smoke.
Right.
Pop Smoke, I didn't look at him as just a drill artist. I look at him as an all-around artist. Like, he can make records for the females. The women like him. He can make records for niggas in the hood. They say they outside, all kinds of shit. He's an all-around artist. I didn't just look at him as a drill artist. It's just he was rhyming on drill beats.
Yeah, I mean, look, Pop.
But when you look at all that shit, it's over jewelry and money. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers see you on Instagram and showing money and jewelry.
Yeah.
And it's like, for artists, you gotta do that to impress the people, I would say, so-called people or whatever, the fans, they want to see that because they want to see the success. But at the same time, you got motherfuckers that are stick-up kids out there, motherfuckers that will jack you. Like, yo, you got a $300,000 watch on or $200,000 chain on? I'm gonna get this nigga. Because that shit could change your life. And it's like that.
Or so you think at the time.
Yeah.
Or so you think at the time. But really, it never does.
What do you mean?
Okay, so you take a $100,000 chain off somebody. You're not going to get $100,000 for it. You got to take it to someone that's going to buy stolen items, right? So they'll give you, what, 25 cents off the dollar?
But you got to look at this. That's
so
like,
you get 25,000 off that chain.
Look, when you look at home invasions in L.A. and ATL, they going in fucking Britney Spears' house, Beyonce mom's crib.
Right.
Chris Rock, Nas, they running all them shits because they trying to hit the lick of their life. So it's like, it's different everywhere. Anywhere you go, New York, same thing. You got to watch on, the jury on. Sometimes it really ain't worth it.
I mean, it always, what, in terms of robbing or wearing it?
No, I'm just saying the smart way is the civilian way.
Yeah.
Get insurance.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I have yet to hear of someone who changed their life by robbing someone for some jewelry.
I mean, that's to you, but to a nigga in the hood?
I mean, but they think that way, but a month later, that money's gone.
I mean,
who retires off a jewelry robbery? Have you heard anyone retiring off a jewelry robbery?
I understand what you're saying, but
I'm not talking about breaking into some jewelry store and taking $3 million of the jewels.
I understand what you're saying, but when somebody stomach is touching their ribs,
no, I get it.
That 10 grand or that 20 grand or 30 grand, it's like Merry Christmas.
Yeah, look, PNB Rock, more information came out, and there was a guy that was sort of like just a dude that just hangs out. I don't know if he was homeless or what.
Yeah.
But, he gave PNB Rock £1 when he came in, and then he went and made that phone call. And then that's how,
I
the
mean,
dude,
his
son,
usually,
got involved in that robbery.
I think that's how it usually happens when you got jewelry on and you go on a spot with jewelry on that's in the hood. So if you go on the spot and you PNB Rock without the jewelry, it might be a whole different situation.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just leave his shit in the car.
So it's just like, I mean, jewelry don't, look, after a while, man, I told you, when I got my first watch, what was said to me was like, you get killed for that watch. So for me, when you look at an artist like Pop Smoke or XXX or any of these artists that died from gun violence, your face is the jewel. People are gonna still want to take a picture with you and want to hang out with you without jewelry on. I don't got no jewelry on. Yeah. It's a plain Jane Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people gonna still love me for me. They gonna love the artist for them too, if they really love that artist. That's how I see it.
Yeah, but it's sad. It's sad because, like I said, all the money that was in jewelry that was stolen from Pop Smoke, everyone went to prison. I don't think there's any money left over. The amount of ways they had to split it by the time they sold it.
But it's not worth it. But, it's like, where we from, two things people die over. They name and they chain, which is stupid. Because when you get older, you look at it like, damn, Vlad got his shit insured. He ain't dying for his shit. He just going to get another watch. But to a motherfucker don't want to be talked about in the hood, like, yo, that motherfucker got me. You know what I mean? Like, and some motherfuckers will crash out. Some motherfuckers will just take the loss. But the best loss, I guess, is if it's insured instead of losing your life. Because going home to your family is the goal.
Yeah, but the problem is that a lot of guys that come from your background don't want to call the police when their stuff gets stolen, and you need a police report for your insurance. You see what I'm saying? The insurance company aren't going to give you the money back without a police report. So you have to call the police and you have to explain what happened. If you don't call the police, your insurance is worthless.
But do you consider is that snitching? To even dial 911 and call the police and say you got robbed and you want your money back? If you got $1 million worth of jewelry, I don't think is that telling? No, because you're not telling on the person. You're just saying I got robbed.
Right, but someone like you wouldn't do it.
How would you know that?
Because you're anti-911. You're anti-911.
I am anti-911, but if somebody's dying, nigga, I'm going to call an ambulance or something for them. Come on, bro. This is real life. We got to grow up sometime.
I agree. I've been saying this the whole time.
If I got LeBron James, Black Panther, Richard Mille on, you get booked, you got insurance. I'm not going to
AP makes the
AP.
The Black Panther.
I thought it was the Richard.
I just gotta correct you.
I know that's one of them
it's
watches.
AP.
Right
It's
there.
purple. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Watches,
Yeah,
so I just watch everything.
Yes, the AP.
So what if you're not going to the precinct? You saying I got robbed? I'm not pointing out nobody. Yo, listen, I got robbed. This for insurance. Boom.
That's it.
That's not.
I don't know who did it. Some guy in the mask.
You're not pointing at nobody and saying he robbed me or he robbed me. You just calling fucking insurance, like, yo, listen, in the precinct or whatever, y'all got robbed, I'm gonna fill out a report. Fill out that report.
Give it to the insurance company.
You're not telling on nobody.
I agree.
So I think for every artist should have insurance on their jury.
Yep.
Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has been in the news for the wrong reasons. So there was a lawsuit by Tony Busby that was filed about
Who's Tony Busby?
He's the lawyer that's representing like over 100 alleged victims.
Oh, that's the guy from
Diddy.
Houston. Yeah.
Right, the white dude.
Yeah.
And there was a sexual assault lawsuit against Diddy that claimed that a 13-year-old was raped by him back in 2000. Mm-hmm. The complaint was amended to include Jay-Z. So saying that Jay-Z and Diddy both participated in this horrific act.
Right.
And Jay-Z flipped out.
Of course.
Made a whole big statement saying you're not going to get...
Brooklyn going to flip out.
Yeah. Called him a 1-800 lawyer, say you're not getting one red cent, et cetera, et cetera. And they kind of went back and forth a little bit. He was, the lawyer said, oh, we didn't ask for any money. We just wanted mediation. Well, in a civil lawsuit, mediation is asking for money.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the mediation.
Definitely.
You sit down and you say, I want $100 million. And then they either counter with another number or they say we're not paying anything. But if you're not planning on paying anything, there's no point of a mediation.
Right.
So him saying, and that's that lawyer talk where they try to, oh, we didn't ask for anything. No, you're asking for money. That's the whole point. There's no other point of the civil lawsuit. So people are wondering whether Jay-Z's actually going to sue him. What do you think?
I think Jay will probably sue him. Rock Nation, yeah, they'll probably sue him. It's like a defamation of character.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because everything was on Diddy and now it's going to other people. So I'm not saying it's true or false or nothing, but it's just the way it came out, like, it felt like I said a money grab definitely on TMZ. I said that.
Right, you and Uncle Murder
got caught up at the airport. TMZ always catch you off guard. You come off the plane from New York, you tired. They always catch you off guard. Shout out to TMZ, my boy from TMZ. But I felt like it was a money grab. I ain't gonna lie, because it was just like everything was on Diddy, and now everything's like on Jay. But who am I to judge? Like, I'm not in a tax bracket. I ain't. Listen, I've just seen everything on Diddy, and then now it's going on Jay. So people would insinuate in the streets that a nigga telling. Let's just keep it real.
Oh, they think that Diddy's telling on Jay-Z to get the heat off him.
Come on, nigga. That's what
I don't think Diddy has anything to do with this lawyer. Lawyer's suing him with 100 clients.
I'm just saying, in the streets would look at it like, yo, this nigga's telling. If this nigga, that's like, because now Jay is saying, yo, this not my man, which is kind of weird.
Right, they're saying
you see him at mad parties together, but that's that Brooklyn shit. Murder's like that sometimes too. That's my guy. But shout to the whole Brooklyn. Brooklyn bullshit, we be on it. But
Brooklyn's on that like that.
Nah, but when you look at it.
I know, but not like that.
Nah, Vlad, when you really.
We cool, but not like that.
When you look at it, right? Really think about it. Did he only go to them, what's that? He have his brunch, he be having, right?
The Rock Nation brunch.
Did he go to that? You see Diddy go to that?
Yeah.
And Jay, and then Diddy will have an all-white party and Jay go to that.
Jay goes to that.
So it's like the same parties they go to. So I guess he feel like nigga's not his man. I don't know. I don't care about the industry. That's the thing about me. Trust me, nothing bothers me. Nothing bothers me at all. I promise you that. So for me, it's like, I guess that's not his man. Because I don't know who put that out there. It could be rumors.
His lawyer said that.
His
lawyer said that Jay and Diddy do not have a close friendship or a close relationship.
I know I've never been to a Diddy party. So a nigga could look up.
I've been to a Diddy party.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that? Vlad said he
I've
been
been
to a
saying
Diddy
that.
party. Oh shit, bro! I ain't know that.
His son was having a party.
What the fuck?
And like, who else was there? Justin Bieber was there. Khloe Kardashian was there. French
Oh
Montana
nah,
was there.
I never been.
It
to
wasn't one of these like I've never been to a freak off, but I've been to a regular Diddy party.
I never been to. I know you never been to a freak off. I never been to a Diddy party. You know, I always was just happy to be in the game and looked up to all the artists. Like before we had beef with a lot of artists like Fat Joe and the Lox. I listened to Jealous One's Envy. Rest in peace, my man Rough Hands. He was like a DJ. So we grew up hustling and being in the basement. I fucked with Wu-Tang. I fucked with the Lox before we got on. So when we beefed with him, it was crazy. Shout to Fat Joe, because his new album is crazy. Got to talk about that. I like the joint he got with Babyface, the joint he got with Remy. He got a couple of pieces on there that I really like, and I like Snoop album. So all the youth, I know the young kids probably ain't on it yet, but Snoop and Fat Joe are like legends in the game. So I had to get their albums. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Got Kendrick shit too. You know what I mean? Waiting on Drake, see what's going on with that. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fan of hip hop. I don't choose sides. That's like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
and I like Doshi too. I like that's the whole thing with TDE. TDE got like real spitters over there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got Ab-Soul, they got J-Rock, they got Doshi, Scissors taking off. Yeah. You got Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
Kendrick's not on TDE anymore.
Well, you could consider him TDE though. Come on.
No, he's independent now.
He's TDE.
He did his TDE time.
I understand. He's
put him on the map.
Listen, he's distributed from Interscope still.
Yeah, but not TDE. I'm saying he's off TDE.
Vlad, you're not listening right now. He's distributed from Interscope, right? TDE is still on Interscope. It's still the same family. They are brothers that grew up with each other. It's a bond. They love. Shout to Ant, shout to, Punch Top, everybody over there. Like J-Rock, Ab-Soul, Doshi. Doshi is like fire. My daughter put me on a Doshi. Shout out to my daughter, Manaya. She put me on a Doshi. Actually went to a concert in the city. And like, she is like amazing with the bars, bro. I listened to her new album. So my daughter played the whole album for me. I'm like, amazing with the bars. That's my A&R sometimes. She puts me on to the young dope artists coming up. You know what I mean? We love what Kendrick's doing. We gonna love what Drake do when he drops. Shout to, all the whole Canada out there. Presser, Top 5, Bun Dog, all them niggas over there. I know Drake is gonna come up with some shit, because he's supposed to be coming with the album Party Next Door. But we'll see how the new year. Yeah.
I mean,
come on, bro. He gonna have some shit.
We'll see.
You can't hate on Drake, man.
I'm not hating on Drake.
You can't hate on Drake. You can't hate on Kendrick.
He's just kind of quiet right now.
All that shit did.
GNX is slamming.
Let's keep GNX is fire, nigga.
Yeah, fire.
Whacked out murals, all that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking reincarnated. I like fucking Squabble Up. Yep. The whole thing is.
The whole album's fire.
Listen, you gotta understand. This is how I look at it as a business. So for me, did they just have a list of how much money the disc records generated? Wasn't about over $15 million? It's a business. They made hip hop better because we want to see a battle. We want to see a 50 verse job. We want to see a fucking Nas versus Jay. Like, you wanted, those was fucking classic times in hip hop. And it was different because it wasn't written no fucking Instagram. So you had to wait for the disc record to drop. I remember going against D-Block. Like it was crazy. Like, them battles was crazy. You had to wait for it to drop on.
And you guys just performed with D-Block, right?
Oh yeah, shout out to the Lox, man. Shout out to D-Block, man.
That's right.
It's growth, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Jada, Sheik, and Styles P, man. We always was fans of them. I know I was a fan, and 50 was a fan. Like, I was a fan, like I said, Fat Joe, Jealous One's Envy. That's his first album. You know what I'm saying?
What's interesting is like when all the Jay-Z stuff and, the 13-year-old and everything, whatever, starts coming out.
Yeah.
Nas's baby mother, Carmen Bryan, who I interviewed a while back, started to kind of chime in and sort of fan the flames a little bit.
I don't want to get involved with that.
But what I'm going to say is...
I just was around Nas and Qatar. Shout to Nas and Steve Stout.
No, I just want to say that people don't necessarily realize that I feel like Nas's baby mother, Carmen, was sort of the reason for that beef. Because she also claimed she got pregnant by Jay-Z.
Well, let's keep it real. In the history of hip-hop, since Biggie and Pac, right? Every rapper's kryptonite is either their baby mother, their wife, or their lady, their side chick, whatever you want to call it. That's every rapper's kryptonite.
Although I feel that...
You don't feel like that?
most
back in
times,
the days.
But for example,
From
like,
Biggie,
like
like
15
when,
Ja Rule wasn't over a girl. I think.
No. Wasn't no girl involved in that.
Okay, I'm
that
right.
was one battle. But when you look at Biggie and Pac, when
Faith Evans.
you know,
Yeah, Faith Evans.
When Tupac, shout to Faith because I love Faith too. I listen to 2 of her albums, classic. I love Faith. Love Faith. Don't ever want to say nothing bad about her. Not as like that, but as an artist, I love her. You know, I listen to 2 of her albums because I'm an R&B guy too. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised what I listen to. Roberta Flack.
I would be kind of surprised.
Nina Simone,
Listen
Roberta
to R&B.
Flack, like El DeBarge. Like I'll be in the car and people would be like, damn, I could still listen to what's going on now. You know what I mean? But I like to take it to the old school sometimes. Just nice mellow, got the joint rolled up. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my cannabis deals. A lot of people don't know I get paid to smoke, so I love it. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the cannabis deals, Dr. Green, Cookies. Shout out to Green Label in Cali. Shout out to everybody that we're working. To get back on the subject though, every raptor's kryptonite is either the baby mother, the girlfriend, the wife. You know, when you look at Biggie, we had Faith. When you looked at, and no disrespect, they put Carmen was in that beef.
Yep.
So that was like a major beef. But at the same time, you had Ether, you had classics.
Drake and Kendrick wasn't about a girl.
Because Jay-Z had the takeover, and then I think the takeover dropped first.
Yeah.
So it made the takeover crazy because I forgot what album it was on. I remember when that dropped because I lived on Springfield and Merrick at that time. I lived right on Springfield and Merrick, and I remember hearing the takeover.
Blueprint.
Yeah, it was the Blueprint.
Yeah.
And then I think he was Ether Nas' first diss record?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But didn't Jay drop 2? He dropped another one after Ether, right?
He dropped Super Ugly.
Yeah, Super Ugly. And that was
more of a freestyle because
Yeah.
it was over the Dre beat.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that one too.
Yeah.
But Ether was like, come on, shout to Queens.
Ether
You
was
know what I'm
Ether.
saying? You know,
Yeah. When your song becomes a verb, when you say you got ethered or you got ja ruled, like you know what I'm saying? Like it becomes more powerful.
Even like when you look at KRS and MC Shan, there was no girl involved in that. But there's a lot of battles where there's a girl is involved. The woman is usually the kryptonite.
Yeah, although when I'm going down the list of rap battles, most of them are actually not about a girl. Now that I really think about it.
We could name a good classic. All right, we're gonna put Biggie and Pac.
Yeah.
All right, that's one.
Okay.
And this is classic.
Nas and Jay, that's another.
This is hip hop that these guys could still tour on to now. Nas and Jay, right? Those are 2 classical battles.
Okay.
And women were involved. Okay, now we fast forward down the line. Who you got? 6ix9ine and Little TJ.
They were beefing?
I mean, 6ix9ine was getting at everybody, but
Yeah.
niggas was trying to hang out with his baby mother. No disrespect, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a fast forward where a girl was involved. There's a whole bunch of miscellaneous other ones that we could.
Yeah,
battles
I mean, Ice Cube versus NWA, no girl involved. Cannabis versus LL Cool J, no girl involved.
Okay.
Kool Moe Dee versus LL, no girl involved. Common versus West Side Connection, no girl involved.
Okay, you name it more.
Boogie Down versus Juice Crew, no girl.
Vlad, I'm quite
Kool
sure.
Moe Dee, Mizzy
Vlad,
B,
chill
no
out.
girl.
Vlad, chill out. I'm quite. You keep going and going and going. I named you 3. I named you first of all the most 2
You
classic.
named the big ones. I mean,
I
you got the
named
big
the
ones in
2
there.
biggest battles.
But Kendrick and Drake, no girl.
Who?
Kendrick and Drake.
What are you talking about? He said some stuff about his lady or something, and that's what made Kendrick mad. You think when he came?
Well, I guess when I say there's a girl involved, I don't mean taking shots at the girl. I mean that both rappers are messing with the same girl.
It
You see what I'm
doesn't matter.
saying?
You could say something about a nigga girl.
Pac slept with Faith.
You could. I know what you're saying, but you could say something.
Carmen slept with Jay.
You could say something about somebody's lady, depending on how good the rappers are, like Kendrick and Drake, and they can go harder with their bars depending on what you say in the battle.
Yeah.
So think about it. He said something about his lady. He probably went even crazier in the studio with Mustard. Know what I mean? But everybody's waiting to see what Drake do next because Drake is the guy that never fails. So is it good for hip hop? Yes. Was wild shit said where both parties probably never like each other again or whatever? Yeah. Even though it's not my business, I'm just speaking on from a hip hop perspective. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they'll like each other or not because Wayne just said he spoke to Kendrick. So I don't know.
Yeah.
How true that is. I just think I seen a
it's
quick.
true. He went on Skip Bayless.
Yeah, I think
Lil Wayne said that him and Kendrick had a conversation, And, he asked him, Skip asked him if he addressed the whole, I let Lil Wayne down. He said, no, you didn't have to address it. I understood what he meant. He worked hard to get that position.
Right.
It wasn't his choice to be in the Super Bowl. He was given the opportunity. And, it seemed like Wayne kind of humbled himself.
I just felt like this how I felt. When you go to the club, right? You go to the strip club, the bar, it's a female-driven climate for hip-hop, which is good. You got the Doshis, the Lottos, the BK the Rulers, the Clear Trappers, the Ice Spice, then you got Nicki, Cardi, Megan, Glorilla. Like, it's a female-driven climate, which I never seen before. Can you agree with that or no?
Yeah, right now, absolutely.
I always loved female rappers since Queen Latifah, Moni Love, and when they had Ladies First and all that shit. Like, I'm a real hip-hop guy. You know what I'm saying? I even like, what's KRS, Miss Melody? KRS girl?
Yeah, his wife,
There was so many. Stetsasonic was God's mother.
Yeah.
But there's so much. I forgot. Oh, Salt and Pepper.
Of course.
Spinderella, come on.
Yeah.
Because that was like, when you look at them as a young age, those were the first females that, as a kid, we was looking at like, damn, we loved them. They was like, basically, sex symbols. Mm-hmm. I always liked the first Spinderella. I'm not going to say I never liked the second one.
Spinderella. Yeah.
Yeah, they always say there's another one. I just get confused. But I remember the first Spinderella, like when they did Push It back in the days. Come on, bro. They had the spandex suits on, looking all nice and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Leather jackets. Like, that was the shit. The girls had the big earrings. Like, that's, as a kid, that's like, damn, they fine. They was like the first sex symbols, like a Nicki or a Cardi, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, or a Megan or a Glorilla. You know how that is. Because, females, those were the first females that you really looked like that. But like, even MC Lyte was always good looking. She just never wore the tight clothes.
Yeah, she was more like tomboyish.
And that was more like, MC Lyte was like, I would put her probably number one on my list back in the days. I'm going to keep it real. Hit the Road Jack when they had the Jettas, getting on the train, that shit was just real. That's why for me, 80s hip-hop and 90s hip-hop is the shit for me. Early 2000s, yeah, we came, and I love what people's doing now. But, like, to me, like, because, like, I met like, my man Hollywood. I was talking to his one of his family members. He did some time, right? And he was like, he met somebody in jail, and they said, yo, the hip-hop music, when they started doing negative music, fucked up the game. And I'm like, well, what about movies? Because that's the first thing. Or what about video games? People always want to blame hip-hop. But when you do look in the 80s, like records like Self-Destruction, that was crazy, bro. That was like a We Are the World of hip-hop.
Yeah, and then We're All in the Same Gang came out on the West Coast.
Right.
The equivalent of that song. The West Coast version of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I gotta, you know what? I gotta check that out, man. All the Same Gang. I probably remember it.
Yeah, Dr. Dre produced it.
I gotta check it out.
Young MC was in it. MC Ren was in it. Dre rapped on it. MC Hammer was in it.
That's crazy.
And there's a few like, East Coast dudes like Def Jeff, I think, was in it and so forth.
All the legends. It was just like...
and the person who put it together was one of the founders of the Crips, I believe, Mike Concepcion.
Oh, okay. All right.
So he put that shit together.
Oh, shit. So that, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it was a prominent... And then at the end, Eazy-E's rapping, basically talking his shit. At the end, he ends the song
I gotta
out.
check it out, because I just know Self-Destruction, so I gotta check that out. I gotta check it out.
You missed it out. You
know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you a question, right?
Yo, don't forget us in Vegas, man. I'm gonna be in Vegas for, 50 always want to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll be in Vegas, New Year's, Christmas, December 27th to, I believe, January 4th. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all get to go to Planet Hollywood. It's fucking going down, man. Yeah, we working on New Year's. What's going on?
Well, it seemed like Meek Mill and Diddy were genuine friends.
Uh-huh.
They wear matching outfits and, it seemed like they actually hung out and they had like a friendship, a real relationship.
Yeah.
But just recently, you see Meek Mill in Philly and he's like, no Diddy gang. Does that surprise you?
It's the industry. Nobody's really friends. When I came in this game, I thought everybody was my friend. And I realized that, everybody's trying to figure out a way to, take advantage. I wouldn't say take advantage. Yeah, fuck it. Take advantage of you. So it's like when you learn things later on in the game, you'd be like, all right, cool, fuck it. Damn, this nigga took advantage, or I did this, or this nigga swayed me to the wrong deal, or this person did this person. You can't blame anybody, but none of these people are your friends. You know what I'm saying? Management, lawyers, niggas in the entourage, none of these people are your friends. Once you keep that mentality, nothing will bother you. So when a motherfucker do some stupid shit or sucker shit or say some shit or try to assassinate your character in any way, you don't take it personal because they never was your friend. It's just all business.
Yeah, I just feel like...
So nothing surprises me in the music business, the industry.
Look, me and Taxstone, I felt were friends before he got locked up. I would never say anything bad.
Are you your industry friend or real friend?
I felt that we were crossing over into real friendship because we were doing our interviews, but then we started to hang out more. We started to actually chill, smoke, talk on the phone and so forth. Then he got locked up. So I feel like we were forming a friendship, and I felt like me and him had a lot in common. We both didn't like the same people didn't like us. Like, it was like, and I felt like he was a rising star in this podcast game, so I was embracing him.
Taxstone was, he was on his way. His last interview was the Meek Mill's interview, and that was a big one.
Exactly, and this was after dissing Meek Mill.
Yeah, that was a big interview.
Like the fact that Meek actually reached out to him and said, listen, you've been talking a bunch of shit about me, but I understand how important you are, so I'm going to...
Yeah, that was his biggest interview, I think, before he got locked up. Exactly. I remember that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I would never say anything bad about Tax, even when he got his 35 years. You know, I could be like, okay, well, now I'm going to ride with Troy Ave now because, he locked up and, there's money over here. Like,
listen, man,
I'm cool. I'm not doing that.
It's a tragic thing that happened, man. Somebody passed away. Rest in peace to them. And he's locked up. So, and, everybody was, talent rising stars. So
in their own way, yeah.
It's like sometimes, is it worth crashing out for everything? Sometimes some people will crash out. They don't care, And, Taxstone was on his way to being, one of them. I'm quite sure where everybody's at right now with Cameron, Mace, Charlamagne, Gilly Wallow.
Yeah,
Joe
Tax would have been one of those guys.
Tax would have been, I definitely believe he would have been one of them guys.
Absolutely.
And it's a sad thing that happened. And then, somebody passed away. And, it was a fucked up whole thing. It was just, the whole thing is just fucked up. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of battles, we have seen lots of battles over the years. But I have yet to see someone lose a battle then sue the person who they lost to.
Oh, you talking about the Drake and Kendrick thing again?
Yes.
Drake
is suing Universal Music Group and Spotify, saying they worked together to artificially boost the popularity of Not Like Us. And they also pushed the whole pedophile thing to make him look bad and so forth. Now, oddly enough, he's not actually suing Kendrick, the person who said all the stuff. He's suing the labels and the platform.
It's a battle. You never seen that shit done. But, the pedophile shit might have got to him. You're right. That's fucked up shit to say to somebody. But in the battle, fuck your mother. You talking about G-Unit.
Imagine if Ja Rule sued you guys for all your diss records.
Yeah, we would have been looking crazy. But Ja Rule ain't nowhere as big as Drake, so we can't even compare him.
But Ja Rule is prominent enough to actually have the money to do a real lawsuit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he can sue, but he's not. We can't compare Ja and Drake. It's two different things. But, he might have his reasons, man. He might have the lawyers. He might have the information. Money is power. Power is money, right? Right?
Yes.
He must know something. I don't know if, I'm not going to say he knows something or don't know nothing, because like you said, it's a battle. So we never seen nothing like this. But shit, he must got the lawyers, the dream team of lawyers or something that knows something.
Well, 50 even commented on it. He said everything that Drake is accusing that UMG did for Kendrick, they did for Drake, for all his other projects. If he's saying that UMG's boosting the numbers for Kendrick, what, Drake hasn't been boosted this whole time?
We don't never know what the numbers is really with streams, because remember, we come from, in the early 2000s, we come from hard copies, shipping. So it's what you shipped is what you're going to sell, right? You remember those days, right? Shipping,
yeah, of course.
Your first week, they shipped this over. And sometimes...
Yeah, we ship platinum.
Yeah, sometimes they ship what they think they're going to make. They might ship gold. They might ship platinum, right? Sometimes they might overship. Sometimes they might undership. So when we come from a time where it's hard copies, We go to the stores, the FYEs and all these stores and all these places, and you're signing and people are actually buying the CD and you know the actual sale. You know what Eminem sold, Snoop, 50 hard copies. Now with streams, I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm still learning the game with that, with the streams.
Yeah, but you can't deny that Not Like Us was a huge song.
Oh, yeah.
Cultural shift. It's not like...
Listen, you got two of the biggest artists you would say right now in the top 5, Drake and Kendrick. They definitely, you would say they're in the top 5, right?
100%.
For right now of these times.
100%.
You got two artists.
I mean, you would say they could be in the top 2.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
In the top 2.
Yeah, of course. Right now you got two artists that you could hands down say is in the top 5. Battling each other, disrespecting each other crazy. Right? Yo, this, that, back and forth, right? Of course, it's going to generate fucking more buzz and more money. And yes, definitely, let me tell you something. The Interscope machine, we was in that machine. It's shout to everybody over there. It's an amazing fucking machine, bro. It's amazing. That was the difference between us being local artists to being overseas artists. Us being in Bahrain and fucking Qatar and fucking any Saudi land, Australia, anywhere in the world you name, we named it. I would say because of that Interscope machine. When you look at Interscope, who would you say is the top dog? Kendrick, nigga. So they gonna put the whole building behind that nigga. They gonna put the whole building behind Drake. That's all that shit is, man. Just like they put the building behind fucking Eminem and the building behind 50 once they seen what he sold, and the building behind G-Unit, because it's a good machine over there.
Yeah, but
and the building behind TDE
suing because he lost the battle. He's suing because he lost the battle.
Either way, right now, we're talking about it right now. They're both winning.
They're both winning. But I think this just cements Kendrick's win even that much more.
I'm down Drake probably want bread. He just want the information. That's all I would say. I'm not on either side because like I said, it was fucking entertainment because we was in a female-driven game right now. You agree? So what was you hearing on the radio? Sexy Red, Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi, Nicki, the list goes on and on. It was nothing but when you go to the club, girls, and it's cool. They deserve that time. I love the female hip hop. I would never down that because I fucking love it, right? It was like a breath of fresh air to have a fucking battle that just stopped the world. That's how I look at it. It stopped the world. And of course, we got other artists that's making dope shit, but you hear more of the female shit more than anything in the radios and the clubs. So that kind of like stopped the fucking world, stopped hip hop. It's like everybody tuning into what Drake gonna say, everybody tuning in what Kendrick gonna say. It was another Jay-Z and Nas, bro.
Yeah, no, I think it was bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah. Kendrick versus Drake was bigger than Jay-Z versus Nas.
I mean, because of the streams and Instagram now.
I mean, everything's just bigger.
No,
right?
Technology.
Everything is just bigger.
Vlad, what the fuck are you saying? Technology grows every fucking
right. No, what I'm saying
year.
is, look, like back then.
Imagine if Jay-Z and fucking Nas and had Instagram.
Right, no, it'd be crazier. And that's what I'm saying. Like back then, if you wanted to hear Ether, you either had to catch it on the radio, catch it on your own TV raps, or go buy the physical album. Now, when Not Like Us dropped, everyone's got, is paying for streaming platforms. Everyone hears it at the same time. And even if you're not a member of Spotify, you go on YouTube and hear it for free.
Bro, let me explain something to you.
So everyone has access to the song.
Let me explain something to you. When Jay-Z did Takeover on the Summer Jam screen,
right?
And rest in peace to Prodigy and Mobb Deep. I love Prodigy and Mobb Deep. That was kind of hip-hop history to be on that screen.
In New York, on that day.
New York.
But now it's international instantly.
Because you got Instagram.
That's what I'm saying.
You got streams.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's bigger.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say it's bigger.
I would say it's the same thing.
Nah.
I'm just saying, look, so listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you give Jay-Z and Nas Instagram streams.
But
you're not letting me talk.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Cut me off.
My bad, sorry.
You give them Instagrams, streams, everything that they had, that we have now, back then, come on, it would have even been more amplified.
I agree.
Imagine if Ether could stream and Takeover could stream back then.
I agree with you.
It's the
but
same
back
thing.
Then, you didn't have it, so therefore, when Jay did take over at Summer Jam, it was huge in New York, and slowly over the next couple of days, people around the country start hearing about it, getting the video.
You bugging, bro. That's like a Jordan and LeBron comparison. LeBron has streaming, endorsements. He has more because it's more technology. Because over time, shit grows and gets better. But they both goats. Like I hate when people compare them. They both the fucking same. So when I look at Nas and Jay, I'm looking at Drake and Kendrick. Like, oh shit, it's the same thing.
I'm not talking about skill level, but I can't tell you.
It's bigger, because the streams and everything else.
I can't tell you skill level. I'm not talking about who's better, LeBron or Jordan. I mean, I think Jordan, but whatever. That's my personal opinion.
They're both goats.
It's
just time.
But
Jordan was the king that time. LeBron is the king now.
But I can tell you that in 2024, I would say at least 4 times as many human beings around the world know who LeBron is than knew who Jordan was in the 80s. That's all I'm saying.
That's not the point, though.
That's all I'm saying. It's a bigger
find
impact.
Out the numbers of whose sneakers are known around the world.
Yeah, it's Jordan.
Because everybody wear LeBrons, but who's been wearing Jordan since
I don't know anyone who wears
80
LeBrons.
something?
Personally,
Okay,
do you own any LeBrons?
Well, then where you go?
I don't own any bronze.
I got a pair of LeBrons.
You got a pair? No,
LeBron,
I used to have a pair, but I don't have a pair anymore.
I'm a sneaker addict, so I got a pair of LeBrons. So you gotta look at this. Like when you look at Jordan was doing the same. He's doing what Jordan did. What's the movie again? My movie. I don't know why.
Space Jam.
Space Jam. He just did that over.
Yeah. Although
sneakers.
His shit was horrible. Space Jam 2 was horrible.
Did I watch it?
Come on, exactly.
I think
you can't even remember whether you watched it or not.
No, I watched it. I did. It was cool.
It was horrible.
It's the same thing.
LeBron can't act. LeBron has a problem acting as
go.
LeBron.
Yo,
He's just not a good actor.
Shout out to LeBron. I have nothing to do with this guy.
No, I'm going to say it. I would say that Jordan is more of a charismatic person on screen.
I like LeBron
than LeBron.
I like LeBron in House Party. What was it, House Party?
I thought that was.
What was that, House Party?
Yeah, it was House Party 2. It was a remake. No, I didn't think LeBron had a good role.
No, it wasn't 2. House Party. There was always a.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The House Party remake. Whatever. You're right. It wasn't
House
2.
Party. He was good in that.
The reboot.
I liked him in House Party, and I liked him in commercials.
Nah,
House Party. He was cool.
He was all right. I don't think he's good on screen as an actor, even when he's playing himself most of the time.
I know I'm good on screen. Yo, shout out Tracy Morgan. I'm about to holler at him. He about to teach me some shit, man.
Y'all about to do some shit?
Well, I was at the Knick game. You know, shout out to my man Dre, courtside, homecoming. Got a chance to meet the greats, man. Got to talk about that. Got a chance to meet Ewan, Starks, Wallace was there.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
J.R. Smith, man, all the greats was there. Tim Thomas, Shepard. It was just crazy, man. It was the homecoming, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the energy in the Garden is crazy, man. You know, I'm on some East Coast to Best Coast shit. You know how I do, you know what I'm saying? So I love going to the Knicks game. Huh?
Doesn't even rhyme that way, but fuck it.
I mean, I take it off the West Coast to Best Coast.
Right, exactly. The East Coast to Best Coast. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Everywhere I go, I'm a rep New York. I love everywhere else. I love L.A. I love Atlanta. I love the South. I love everywhere. But I'm just a real New Yorker. So I love going to the Knicks game. Shout out to the Knicks. You know what I mean? Hopefully we get that chip today. I was mad when the Yankees, we lost to L.A.
Oh, yeah.
So I was tight.
Shout out to L.A., though.
Shout out to L.A.
Shout out to the Dodgers.
You know what I mean? Can't be mad.
Well, Kendrick on his new album, he rapped, "Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman, that's law."
Mm-hmm.
And Andrew Schultz felt he was talking about him. Mm-hmm. I talked to Andrew about it. He said that some people from K-Dot's camp said, yeah, he's talking about you. So he responded by basically saying he would take Kendrick's manhood.
Nah, that's I'm not getting involved. That's too much, man. I don't want to.
You didn't find that funny a little bit?
Nah.
Nah. Me and Deal.
You gotta understand what you're dealing with. You dealing with some real street. It's like LA is like you see how Whack 100 be telling you shit? Like that's not a game out there, son. Like it's really real. New York is like that too. Like it's on game time, so it's like for me, I don't play with like the internet or saying shit like that. But Andrew Schultz is a comedian.
Right.
So it could be just a joke to him, but to street niggas, like topping them niggas over there, them niggas is real niggas. Just look, them niggas, look, listen, let me talk.
Go ahead.
Them niggas topping them niggas punch all, I've been around them is real street. You heard?
Yeah, I know.
Right? Now
I know.
Now
I know
look,
Top.
Now
Me and Top
niggas
talk
that
sometimes.
and be around Drake as well, or street niggas.
Right.
And it's nothing federal or from the streets. That's where we come from. Every rapper, I'm not gonna say, you know, to be like, oh, he's fake. A lot of rappers, 99, I would say, 80% of rappers out here come from a real tough place. The Little Babies, the 21 Savages, these in Atlanta, everywhere. It's real. So for me, I don't say shit like that. Cause like a manhood joke, like I wouldn't do that. But Andrew Schultz, I met him, nice guy. He's a comedian, he's a funny guy. I have nothing to do with that. I just stay neutral. So I don't really have an opinion on it because I know both parties.
But you've told dudes to suck your when you're mad at them. You've said that before.
That's different.
Same kind of thing though. I think that's a comedic version of suck my.
Suck my is like something suck my. I think is like. That's like a was gonna punch you. Like say that to if you really want to fight. Like suck my, and if you don't fight off of that, you soft. Cause like, especially in jail, you don't say that, motherfucker. Right. Gonna be in your mouth. Fist gonna be in your mouth for 2.2 seconds.
Last time I interviewed Fat Joe.
So I learned that on Rikers. Like,
last time I interviewed Fat Joe. Huh? Fat Joe told me, and this was relatively, you know, like it was, I don't know, maybe like 8 years ago or so. But he said, even today, if someone told him, suck my dick, he'll pull out a knife and stab him.
Nah, people get killed for that.
He literally would risk his future over
that's what
a
I'm saying.
like
in the
which
street,
I find is crazy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because people have said that to me. I think Joe Budden got on video, yeah, Vlad, suck my dick. And I'm like, this is funny. Like,
well, listen.
I laughed. I was like, okay.
Look, all I'm saying is, people die for that.
Okay. Which is silly. You know that's silly, right?
I mean, yeah, a lot of shit is silly. We older now, so of course it's silly.
Dying over a phrase.
But to a young nigga.
You know who killed someone over that phrase?
Who?
Chi Ali.
I was on the island with Chi Ali too.
Chi Ali killed his baby mother's brother.
Yeah,
they got into an argument.
That's the words. If you want,
they got into an argument. Yeah. It was over some money, whatever. And the dude was like, "Yeah, whatever."
I know Chi Ali, America's Most Wanted.
Pulled out, killed him.
I know the whole story.
Went on the run. No, I mean,
I was
on
the
island
with Chi Ali. Shout out to Chi Ali.
Oh, you were on the island with Chi Ali?
Yeah, America's Most Wanted, all that.
He was on the run.
Not to glorify it, but I was on the island
and
with
he even admits how stupid it was. He said, "I just messed up my life."
Listen, Vlad, a lot of shit that we did in the streets, not bad shit, just in general, dumb shit. You do in the streets, steal cars, stupid shit. You know what I mean? It was just dumb shit. Like there was an era where motherfucker stealing cars. I remember my brother got caught. I didn't go that time, but cousin had a pulley. Just dumb shit. Like just parking lot behind Rochdale, whatever they had a pulley. They got caught. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it was just dumb shit. When you young, you do dumb shit. That's why you see a lot of niggas now. It's the same thing with the internet. Go on the internet and they gonna crash out. You say something about they mother, they sister, they brother, and then it's intensified because you go to the internet. So yeah, motherfucker, you for walking across the sidewalk, man, the wrong way, looking at them the wrong way.
Right, but let me ask you a question, because me and D.L. Hughley, we got into a whole back and forth about this. He was saying that jokes about rape are not funny. And I started bringing up examples.
I'm gonna keep it real. I agree with that.
Okay, but then I started bringing up examples from massive stand-ups where there are rape jokes. Chris Rock, Toss My Salad. You didn't find that funny when it came out?
I'm trying to remember where he put that in.
Toss My Salad. That was Bring the Pain. Where he's talking about in prison, where he's like, you know what that refers to, right? Toss My Salad?
Yeah.
That was a joke in his biggest stand-up ever. Who else? Eddie Murphy did a whole thing about Mr. T being gay in Delirious. Remember that?
I think I do.
There's been a lot of
rape
jokes.
but you
when
know
Bill Cosby, in fact, Dave Chappelle was like, he talking about Bill Cosby, but he rapes. You know what I mean? Like there was Bill Cosby jokes about rape all day long when Cosby was in the news.
Let's keep it back then. Richard Pryor, because Richard Pryor is hands down, I put him number one on my list, right? I told you that before.
Yeah, as you should.
But back then, it was less censored. It was different times back then, so they could say certain shit with, it wasn't really anything.
Well,
Richard
but
Pryor could say what
funny is funny. Like, you can make a
Funny
joke
is
about
funny,
anything.
I know what you're saying, but when you tell a dude from the streets you're gonna
Make love
take
to
his
him.
manhood or whatever, it's not funny.
I thought the way
But
he
Andrew
presented
Schultz,
it.
I know he's a comedian and that's what he do. He's a funny
Right.
guy. I went to his show. Like he's a friend of 50. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I went to his show. He's a fucking funny guy. The guy's selling out the Garden. You know what I mean? But I just feel like in this industry, bro, I'm gonna be honest, people are gonna say whatever. You're public property. It's cool. Now when you run into somebody, just have security, I guess.
Right.
Like you do.
Right. But here's
That's
the
it.
thing, though, right?
If you ever do run into somebody, because you're from
Right.
two different worlds.
Right. But what I'm saying is.
And that person might want to do nothing even because it'll be a lawsuit. So I think people just talk, and when you're in public, 50, that's the first thing. And I don't want to bring up 50 in any conversation but the first jewel he gave us, what he told me and everybody else in the group, was that once you sign this contract, you're public property.
Mm-hmm.
People could say whatever they want to say.
Right. You can't.
It's either for you to fall for the trick, let people get you mad or get you upset or whatever. Nothing don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? And just don't play with me, because I'm still I'm still a street guy. I'm outside. I'm not to be played with.
Here's the thing, though. Like, when you talk about Top and TD and everything else like that, I've met all these guys before. I've had conversations with them. Yeah, I understand what Top's background is, from the bounty hunters.
I'm just saying where people are from. I'm not saying, I don't want to say anything federal about them.
No, I'm not. No.
I'm just saying
let me just finish my thought.
Where they from.
I understand where they from, but my whole thing is that if you look at TDE's history.
Andrew Schultz could be from the hood too, because I don't know where he's from.
Andrew Schultz could have
he could
LAPD with him when he comes to do his shows.
Of course.
Who's going to shoot LAPD?
No.
Nobody.
I'm not saying nobody's going to. Listen, Vlad, see, now you take
biggest gang in LA, LAPD.
Don't amp it up, Vlad. All I'm telling you is don't amp it up. I'm just telling you that when you're an artist, right, you're public property.
Right.
Not saying a person could touch you and beat you up or do nothing to you, but they could say whatever they want to say, and it's cool. And you
gotta take it.
Just like Vlad, you're public property.
Exactly.
Like
how many times are you called a culture vulture in a day? 1,000?
Yeah. I heard Dame Dash say, yeah, Yayo, even Yayo said everybody hates Vlad. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So it's just, we're public property. And I'm learning that every day, because as me being an artist, hell yeah, there's times people did shit or post shit, and I probably take it personal.
And look, Dame Dash, in the words of 50 Cent, keep my name out your mouth and keep your teeth in your mouth.
You fucking Ant Master Flex, man. Fuck you, Vlad, man. Word. So my whole thing is like, people, you public property. He told us that years ago.
Right.
So my whole thing that always stays in my mind, like when somebody says something or gets online, like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It helps out.
It's either for me to address it or not address it.
Right. I just want to say this. I've been trying to get this out for the last couple of minutes. I understand where Top is from and everything else like that. No one's trying to downplay their background because they come from a thorough background. But the thing about TDE, and this is something that I really love about how Top has run this label, is that unlike a Death Row, you don't see violent incidents happening out of TDE ever. Ever. You don't see anyone getting beat up at shows.
Yeah, but Suge Knight was crazy, so we
Suge Knight was crazy.
Suge Knight was crazy. Man.
Right. But even like Bad Boy was crazy during their time, and all a bunch of incidents and shootings, and the CEO getting arrested, shooting in clubs, and Diddy had the whole celebrity basketball game where people died, and you see all this drama happening from certain labels. I've heard nothing from TDE. A few artists have left, but in general, people seem happy at that label. Everyone's done well, and you don't see any violent incidents.
Them guys are in $1 million penthouses and cars, and they living their life, man.
Oh, and Suge wasn't in $1 million penthouses and cars.
No, but
Puffy
Suge
wasn't in $1 million penthouses and cars.
I mean, some people don't care. I ask people this question all the time: if you was worth $500 million, not even fucking $1 billion, because I don't believe everything I hear in the press. We talking liquid cash, or we talking assets, right? I once heard Mayweather say that. Liquid cash or assets, learned that.
Yeah.
Now, for me, say you got $500 million. If I got 500 million, I don't want to hang out, buddy. Cause I'm quite sure if I fucking trip over your car or trip over your porch, you're gonna sue me. You know what I mean? So if I got that kind of money, 100 M's, I'm not having parties at my crib. I'm not doing that because I realize that that's gonna be a lawsuit anyway. You're a walking lawsuit once you make 100 M's, nigga. Mm-hmm. Once you make 50 M's, 10 M's, motherfucker know you got 5 M's. You're a walking lawsuit. So when you see all the lawsuits that G-Unit occurred from motherfuckers just walking up, getting knocked out, or not listening, or come on, bro. Every broken jaw was $50,000 to $100,000.
What was
So look, when you look at, you hear me, Vlad? You're on your computer now. So
Okay.
I'm just wondering what you're searching for. No Diddy. Let me stop saying no Diddy.
Why is that even a no Diddy?
I don't know.
These are the most inappropriate no Diddies. I mean, not that inappropriate, just has
Don't
nothing
worry,
to do
we can edit.
Nah, we'll leave it in. It's all good.
We'll edit it. I don't want to bash on Diddy. You sometimes you feel sorry for a guy, but you can't feel sorry because, you know, if you're a billionaire, you got to learn to move right. That's just for me. If I have $1 billion, you know what I'm going to be? Canary Islands. You know what I'm going to be? Where's he at? He got a spot in Paris. You know what I'm going to be? Yo, he's in Qatar. Yo, you know what I'm going to be? Yo, he's in Dubai. Yo, you know what I'm going to be? You're never going to see me. Give me 500. So money, you see,
do. Hold on,
you know
hold
what?
on.
Listen, sometimes money and power gets to people's heads. It got to my head before too. But God has his ways of humbling motherfuckers.
Well, 50.
Listen, just remember that.
is allegedly close to $1 billion or over $1 billion, and you see him everywhere. He's still doing shows. He's doing interviews. He's in the mix. He's active on Instagram.
Okay, but you heard
he's
him
not
also.
Hiding. He's outside.
You also heard him say
huge tours.
Avoid conflict, and we're talking. And I don't want to bring him up because I said I wasn't going to bring him up this interview, but you're talking about a guy that when he got his M's told us to stop selling drugs. So he was smart from the beginning. In general, I'm saying if I have that kind of money, Fifth is not dumb. He goes, he's in clubs, he does stuff. Shout to Branson, the Shem Boys. You know what I'm saying? He's in clubs, he's promoting his liquor. That makes sense, right? But he might, if he get booked for one club, he's not gonna go to another club. Know what I'm saying? Because we always learn that second time that artist go to that next club, that might be the last club you go to, brother. If I get booked for a venue, I go to that one venue they pay me for, and I go straight to my hotel room. Because we're the targets at the end of the day. If you have any kind of status, and it's not just me, it's whoever's getting money, you're the target.
Well, Andrew Schultz, he called Kendrick the Taylor Swift of hip hop. He said, Kendrick really is the Taylor Swift of hip hop. No matter what he does, he's still the victim. You know how Taylor's always the victim? She's the biggest in the music history. She's the biggest in music in history, yet she's the victim to the label. She's a victim to Scooter Braun. She's a victim to her boyfriend. And she's still the biggest in the world, and somehow Kendrick is the victim.
Listen. I have nothing against Andrew Schultz. Like I say, he's a friend of mine. Kendrick, all them guys are friends of mine. I'm just saying this, bro. Kendrick ain't for the negative shit. So he's not a victim. He's just not going to be negative. Look at J. Cole. J. Cole rides a bike, man. He rides a bike through the city. Have you ever seen J. Cole? If I seen J. Cole in a Mercedes-Benz, I probably would fall into shock. These are the most humblest guys in hip-hop, bro.
We've had this conversation before.
Listen.
I don't agree
These
with
are them. Listen.
agree with you.
I'm giving you my opinion. You got to let me talk. You got to stop cutting me off, like, come on.
Go ahead.
J. Cole rides a bike through the city. When have you seen him with a chain, a watch? Kendrick is the most humblest. These guys are the most humblest guys in hip-hop. So, in the world's eyes, they can't do no wrong, bro. They humble.
So, for example, Don Lemon. I had him on my show. I was just on his show a couple of days ago. Mm-hmm. He's worth like $20 million or something, right? Mm-hmm. Me and him were talking before our interview. He's like, yeah, I usually ride a bike when I'm in the city.
That's my kind of guy.
He's like, or I take the train. I'm like, you take the train.
That's my kind of guy.
You take the train. He's like, yeah, people don't bother you? And he's like, well, people want selfies sometimes, but it's cool. He's worth like $20 million. So if Don Lemon could ride the train and take a bike, so can J. Cole.
But they
go back to huge mansions and $20 million bank accounts.
And what I'm saying is they're humble guys. That's humble pie. I haven't took the train in the longest. I don't ride a bike in the city. I think it's too dangerous, honestly, between the cabs and the way
I actually took God's advice and tried a bike, and I felt I was risking my life. It was crazy.
Shout out to all the dudes that ride bikes in the city that deliver.
Yeah, they risk their lives,
bro. Them motherfuckers are gangsters.
I thought I was going to die. Like,
those are the real, listen, if you ever come to New York City, those are the real gangsters, man.
Oh, yeah, the ones on the bikes.
If you ride a bike in the city, you're a real bike rider.
Yeah, I did it one time.
For me, I can't do it. So shout out to everybody who rides bikes in the city, especially for the holidays and all that, doing Uber deliveries and fucking all that shit. So my whole thing is, yeah, they're humble guys. Let me tell you something, bro. It doesn't matter how much money you have or don't have to make you a humble person. You know? Like, I've met people that have less money than me and they're not humble. I met people, I go to my lawyer, go to the Hamptons, lawyer, go check my lawyer, his friends, $1 million kitchen. I'm in a $1 million house. His kitchen is $1 million. Most humblest, listen,
okay.
You gotta let me finish talking. The most humblest guy I ever met in my life. All I'm saying is some people are just humble. I'm humble. I wasn't humble all the time. People seen one side of me. The Tony Yayo just out of jail. Wow, his dreams. Oh shit, G-Unit, Eminem. I'm living a life. Bentleys, everything's around. Access to mad money, blah, blah, blah. Of course, the energy had me, but behind the scenes, the people that didn't know me, they be like, nah, yo, mad cool. I never said, oh, yo, I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking no pictures in the airport or, nah, I'm still humble. Because for me, I'm on the high. I always was a hip hop guy. Like I said, my man Rough Hands, all we used to do was be in his basement and fucking listen to music. Wu-Tang come out, Fat Joe, anything that has to do with hip hop or R&B, I could tell you. Rest in peace to Cutmaster C. I mean, not Cutmaster C.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. You know,
I did a project with him back in the day.
Mr. C. Too. Yeah, Mr. C. Yeah. Rest in peace to the great Mr. C. I put Mr. C on to the Queen's Anthem. I put DJs on to records because I damn near could have been a DJ back then. So music is, I could say, like my first love as a kid. And before my man, being around my man DJ, even as a kid, me and my brother had the boombox. We Haitian. We had to share it. You know, it was only, one gift. You got to share that. Me and my brother shared the boombox, the double deck boombox. I never forgot it. First tape, Run DMC. We played that shit all day. And our parents never let us get, I'll tell people, we couldn't get batteries because back in the days, they'll take your radio. So we had to plug it up to the porch, like right by the porch and be by the door. And Run DMC, those are times that I'll never forget.
Well, since our last interview, Lil Durk has been charged.
Free Durk, man.
Murder for hire, along with 5 other people.
Supposedly.
Well, he's been charged. I'm not saying he did it. He's been charged.
Of course, when the feds,
And in fact, there's a new indictment where there's another murder for hire over the guy who allegedly killed his brother D-Thing. He got killed, and they're saying that Lil Durk hired the killer as well. So now he has 2 murder for hires with 2 dead bodies.
You can talk. You're not federal right now. You don't sound too federal because it's all over the internet. But we can say free that man. You know, it's hard beating the feds. They have a big conviction rate. I did a little bit of fed time. I was in MDC with Diddy's act. The food is shit, so I know you're stressed out about this.
What were they serving there?
Fucking slop, man.
Like, give me examples.
Slop. It's been so long for me to remember because that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was fucking slop. It was a nightmare. You know?
Look, I went into the whole Lil
Shout
Durk.
to everybody locked down for the holidays.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and hopefully you'll be out soon.
I mean, I went into the whole story. We even made a
video.
Shout
out to my man CB from the Bronx, man. Free my man CB, man.
I went
my
to the
man
whole...
Haas, too. Shout out to my man Haas for the holidays, man. Gotta shout out my man Haas, man. He be locked out. Who else? The list goes on and on, man. Huh?
Well, I went into a whole... We dug into the whole story. We even did a video kind of breaking down what the feds are accusing him of, along with the pictures and everything else like that. It's bad,
man.
It's bad.
Listen, man, once the feds come, it's bad. Like I said, I was in the feds. I did like 6 months, and it was passport fraud, right? And like shit, I couldn't even complain because you got motherfuckers. We talking about natural life charges, bro. Like if you I got a chance to read the Fed guidelines. It's bad. You know, Free Durk, who got a great lawyer, but it's always bad.
Do you know who his lawyer is?
I think I met him. I'm not sure.
I interviewed him.
Oh.
Drew Finley.
Oh, shit.
You know who else Drew Finley's representing?
Who?
NBA Youngboy.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but he got off with, what, 24 months? So
yeah, he got like 24 months and he got probation. Yeah.
So
but what's interesting is that this whole beef, the main guys are both being represented by the same lawyer.
I mean, it's all good.
Yeah, the lawyer don't care.
Well, I'm quite sure NBA Youngboy charges, he's going to see the light. He only got 24 months, as well as Quando Rondo, your boy. He going to see the light.
Yeah, he got like 2 years,
It's just free dirt, but it's like the charges he got
are heinous.
Yeah, no, the charges.
It's murder for hire.
Listen. You say heinous, whatever. I don't know the situation. I don't know.
No, the charges are heinous.
No, yeah,
I'm
heinous.
not saying he did it.
Oh, yeah.
But having 2 murder for hires is a heinous couple of charges.
I ain't know what you meant by that. But my whole thing is, how could I say it? Like, NBA Youngboy and them, when you sitting in your cell and you know, all right, cool, your lawyer, you looking at 24 months. You do 2 years, all right, 2 years, all right, bet. Good time, I'm out of here in a year and a half, all right, bet. Quando Rondo, what he got hit with?
Like 2 years.
I think he got hit with a little more, no? Wasn't it?
I think
it was 5.
No. He was facing 5.
Oh, yeah, he got to do 2. So when your lawyer tell you that...
33 months.
I bet.
Okay, so two and a half, 2 3/4 years, something
when
like that.
When you in the cell, you like, yeah, bet, let me get that. Like when my lawyer tell me I give you 1.5 to 3, all right, yeah, let me get that. Hell yeah, that's great. You know what I'm saying? But when you facing heinous charges, as you said, it's kind of different because you might not never see the light.
Let me ask you an honest question.
That shit crazy.
When you look at the Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy beef, just from the top down, look what the aftermath of that beef is. You got NBA Youngboy is about to do a bunch of prison time. Lil Durk is facing life in prison.
Well, you can't.
Quando Rondo got 2.5 years. King Von is dead.
Yeah.
Like everyone involved is either dead or going to prison.
Well, NBA Youngboy, he did time before, so 2 years is like that's
everyone in that beef is dead or going to prison.
Listen to what
That's all I'm saying.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. NBA Youngboy only got 2 years. He's coming out to millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Let me talk. He's coming out to $1 million. What's 2 years to a motherfucker that's situated? That's nothing. That time gonna go, like, when you in jail, shit like that, a motherfucker got natural life, you in a cell complaining about 2 years, that motherfucker might stab you 100 times. Nobody, if you got 10 years in jail and a motherfucker got natural life, he don't want to hear nothing about your baby time, bro.
That's baby
2
time.
years, that's baby time.
Baby time.
Look, 10 years in the feds is light to niggas. When you in the feds, like, 10, this nigga got natural life, this nigga got 100 years. What are you talking about?
Do they separate? Do they separate the years?
No,
Everyone's the same cell.
Bro, you could be in the same facility with somebody with natural life.
Damn.
And you got 10 years, you got 5 years. You complaining. Motherfucker going slit your neck when you sleep because he got 100. He never going home. You complaining about a couple of years. You going to see the light. NBA Youngboy did time before. He a street dude. So obviously 2 years is nothing. Quando Rondo, street dude. 2 years is nothing. Durk, he's a street dude. He did time before. Couple of years ain't nothing. But when you looking at natural life and those kind of charges, yeah, that's different. That's like waking up is different. The Diddy and them looking at, yeah, that's wholly different. You looking at like natural life and 50 years, 100 years, because the feds don't play. That's what everybody's scared of. What are you scared of? The feds and the IRS, bro. And DEA.
Do you think that if Durk realizes that he's really facing natural life, do you think he'll start to cooperate?
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think he'll do life in prison over his principles and philosophies?
I mean, listen, I think there's a lot of motherfuckers that didn't tell that's doing life. Vlad, it's the code of the streets. So it's either you follow the code of the streets or you a civilian. It go either way. That's it.
Look, I feel like a lot of this...
Because if you a rat, you're going to be alienated no matter what. You're going to be alienated. Your family being a rat is damn near being as worse as a pedophile to a lot of niggas in the street. Right?
Yeah,
that's why.
certain people.
That's why when we go back to the thing, that's the worst thing you could call a pedophile or a rat, right?
Yeah.
So I don't see Durk telling on nobody, and hope his situation. He got the best lawyers and team. I know my lawyer, your lawyer. I know lawyers that'll tell you know what time it is, right? You not. Like your own, I'm telling you, we got lawyers on the team. They'll ask you like, "Yo, he know." Oh, I bet. Like, no, like even your own lawyer. I know lawyers that, bro, they not with all that.
I know lawyers that won't represent snitches. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
I know lawyers that will not represent snitches.
I do too. Certain kind of
and
lawyers.
It's a tough life because that shit gets inherited down to your children. Motherfuckers in the streets talking about you years, 20, yeah, nigga pops, every moms, every. A woman is kind of different. A woman could tell, and motherfuckers really look at it different. But now motherfuckers will point that out, but it's different.
Yeah, I just feel like people put so much of the focus on the snitches, and it ultimately takes away from them taking responsibility for their role in the situation.
Because the whole thing about people snitching is you're taking a risk that you know what's the capability is. Every day that I woke up in my past life and sold drugs, I was committing a felony every day. I took the risk of that. So if I get locked up, I know that in my mind, oh shit, damn, it's my fault. I bet.
But is it your fault or is it the person who snitched on you? Whose fault is it?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you right now. This is the 2024.
No, because every time I got locked up, nobody really snitched on me.
But I'm saying, if someone snitched on you, would you blame the snitch or would you blame yourself?
Oh no, I'm a blame the snitch, of course.
But now, when you, as the older
But if a person gets
you don't think that it's really your own fault?
Listen, if a person does a crime, right? Mm-hmm. You do the crime. What did they say back in the days?
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Huh?
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
There you go.
There you go.
That's an old school fucking saying.
Right.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time, brother.
But here's the thing, like Lil Durk, I remember he did an interview with my man Academics, and he said the reason why he hates snitches so much is because his dad got snitched on and he had to do 20 years in prison, and he felt his life would have been way different if his father was there, and that's why he hates snitches. But if you take a step back, shouldn't he say, well, yeah, someone snitched on my dad, but my dad was doing the crimes that ultimately put him in prison?
No, a snitch, the worst thing a snitch could do is you get caught for something and you can't hold your own weight. You want to tell on somebody else to get out of the situation.
Right, but
that's what makes snitching fucked up.
And it is fucked up, but that's the reality of that life.
If you're gonna be a snitch, you might as well not even be in the streets like that. Just be a civilian. Just be a regular 9-to-5 guy where you don't gotta tell on nobody. Because we respect them guys too.
Right.
It ain't all about being the biggest drug dealer, biggest scammer, biggest street nigga. It ain't about that.
Right.
We got niggas in the hood. One of my guys, worked the post office. Best friend. Listen, and he know not to snitch, but he's not around to get in a predicament where he's gonna get arrested, where police is gonna ask him questions that he shouldn't fucking be answering in the first place.
Right. Look.
Because then what happens? You snitch, you tell, then what? You go to jail, and it's even worse. You think snitching on the street is bad? You snitch and you go to prison. Let's not say jail, because jail is Rikers Island. Free everybody on Island. Happy holidays. Not free everybody, but happy holidays to everybody on Rikers, the COs too. What was that?
Snitches go on the island.
You go to jail. Yeah, you go to Rikers, the home of the boldest. Them motherfuckers, them gangs gonna tear you apart in there. You done, man. They could kill you in there. Then you go up top, you're gonna get ran out of every house on the island. Then you're gonna go up top, you're gonna go north. You're gonna have to sign a PC because they're gonna run you out of there. Like, you crazy? A snitch jacket in jail? Motherfuckers in the feds, let me see your paperwork as soon as you walk in there.
That's if you go to jail. A lot of snitches get a jail-free card.
A lot of snitches still go to jail.
It's true.
Deal with
it's
that.
both.
Fuck you mean?
It's both. Yeah.
You know how many snitches went to jail and got to deal with the repercussions?
I mean, same with the bull
and
went
it could
to jail.
be the smallest thing. It could be you not implicating the nigga. It could be the littlest thing, especially if you in a gang, bro. You gonna get kicked out the whip. If you in a gang and New York is like just like it's like LA. I mean, we know LA is the grandfather of gangs, but now New York is fucking full blown. There's a million gangs in New York, right?
Yeah.
So, nigga, if they find the slightest thing wrong in any motherfucking paperwork, you could be the gang that you're a part of is gonna kick your ass. Then other gangs is gonna fucking kick your ass. Then you're gonna go up north and you're gonna have to get fucked up. Then you're gonna go to this jail and get fucked up. Till eventually we just gonna have to be in PC.
And I'll tell you, here's the worst part about cooperating, which I never realized. I interviewed this guy, Joe Barone. He was the FBI's longest running informant. He was an informant for 15 years or something.
And what's his name?
Joe Barone.
Serious?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I did an interview with him back at a few months ago. And what he said was really interesting. I never realized this because I never was put in this predicament. Was at the point that you start to cooperate, you don't decide when you're done. They decide when you're done.
Oh, that's crazy.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't either. But he explained it to me. So basically, he started to cooperate, and they're like, and number one, you don't get a guaranteed deal. The cooperation will only get you the cop to basically say good words for you to the judge and hope the judge, respects what he says and lowers your sentence. But there's no guaranteed get out of jail free card unless the cop says, hey, I got a charge on you and I'm not going to file it unless you work with me. But a lot of times they already got those charges hanging over them. And it's like, yeah, I'll try to get you some leniency if you cooperate. But in his case, the cooperation just kept going over and over, year after year after year. And it's totally legal. The police could go ahead and do that to you.
But ain't he getting paid? Because he said
he could have gotten paid. He didn't realize it until after the fact.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Because they were saying that motherfuckers cooperate, get paid. So
some do.
So he was doing that for free and
he was doing it for free.
You bugging. But what he's doing that all ain't right anyway.
Yeah.
So ethics to the street. And if you want to tell, then don't be in the street. Get a regular job. And I know motherfuckers that got regular jobs that still ain't telling. It don't mean.
Or you could say, when I get in the street, when I start doing illegal activities, I'm probably gonna get told on. So I need to prepare myself for being told on and not get all upset when it happens because it's probably gonna happen.
No, you could be upset because you get told on by your best friend, your girlfriend, somebody that's close to you. Yeah. Those are the people that usually do it that make you more upset.
Yeah. But it's just part of the game. What happens when people on Wall Street get busted for insider trading? The first thing they do is tell on everyone. And it's just completely accepted in that world. Wolf of Wall Street, all these guys, they all told on everybody. They all cooperated. The FTX guy, you think that he kept his mouth shut?
You know the shock program was like that?
What do you mean?
The shock program?
I heard about it.
Shock program was like military shit. 6 months and you get out. I did it. And you had to fucking put somebody's name in the box or some shit they did. Okay. So it was mandatory. They made you do it.
So you're snitching on people, basically?
I wasn't snitching because
but it was like a snitch test.
It was like a snitch box, in the shock. It was funny now that you say it. So it was but we would congregate because nobody was we all fucking motherfucking criminals in there. So we would get together and figure out what are we gonna say. So I'd be like, yo, a dude will say, well, Tony, he always forget to put the toilet seat up, or you know what I mean, put the toilet seat down or whatever, or he pissed on the toilet. Cool. And then I'd be like, well, this guy's never, this guy didn't give me my pen back. Cool. It wasn't. So sometimes they'd be like, yo, this is ridiculous. It's in the shock program. So they trying to, in the program, it's a cool program because it keeps you. That's the best shape I've ever been in my life. We was running for breakfast 3-4 miles just to eat. Some days you don't eat. And that trained me to it shows you not to use your emotions. Your DI be screaming in your face, fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck everybody, fuck you.
They were screaming at you like that?
Oh, you a dickhead, you shitbird. They used to call you shitbird because you got the brown. You fucking shitbird. And the thing what I took from it is somebody could say, fuck Yayo, and I won't get upset about it. Or somebody could not like me, and I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. But that was good training. 50 did shock too. screaming in your ear. And so, like, if you say something back or get upset, because of course there's times where I've got upset, they give you a fucking like a fire hat, and you gotta fucking run with fucking big ass trees. Like if me and you have an argument, because we always fucking arguing, we'll have a 2-man log. And that's a no Diddy.
Work it out.
I don't give a fuck. We'll have a 2-man tree. And we gotta work it out like that. So it's a mind thing. So are minds. Because sometimes your emotions get the best of you and you're either dead or in jail. That's how the streets work, man. Sad to say.
Well, Young Thug got time served since our last interview.
Shout to Young Thug.
Were you surprised?
I mean, it was a state case. It wasn't really federal. So
Yeah.
he was locked up for a long time, and it was like mad fucking dumb shit going on in that case. And he had a great lawyer. So I wasn't really surprised. Because he was locked up for what, a good 5 years?
Nah, it was like 2.5.
Oh, well, it's different. And then, down south is different. Atlanta, they'll give them 20 years probation.
Yeah, that's what he got.
Yeah, it's not. New
No,
York
he got 15 years probation. My bad.
Yeah, New York is not like that. Like New York, you're gonna do your time and you're gonna get 5 years probation, maybe.
I've never heard of these 15, 20-year probation deals.
Yeah,
it's just weird. Yeah,
nobody's taking that in New York. Nobody's taking that plea, but out there, it's obviously different laws. It's a gun state too. So,
well, what's interesting is, so Young Thug pleads out, and then Yak Gotti had the remainder of his trial because he chose.
Now he beat the case.
Well, yeah, he chose not to plead, but right before he reached the end of the trial,
yeah,
Wack 100 releases a video of Yak Gotti cooperating against Young Thug in an interrogation room. You seen that?
I think I did see that.
Yeah. And right after
he
that
said
video,
it was Gunna by accident, right?
Well, first he said Gunna.
Yeah.
He actually tried to sell me the video.
But he said my bad, though.
Yeah, he said, cause he called me up and said, yo, Vlad, I got Gunna cooperating from like 5 years ago. I said, I got to see it. Next thing you know, it's all over the internet, and then it's Yak Gotti, and it's not Gunna.
Right. Yeah.
But right after that video came out, Yak Gotti got stabbed in jail.
Yeah, what did I just say? If a nigga even has a whiff of nigga and you in general pop, nigga gonna kill you in there. And on the streets too.
Yeah, what's interesting is that I interviewed Terrence Gangster Williams, who was actually locked up with Yak Gotti in the feds at one point. Mm-hmm. And he said that Yak just talked about how much he hates rats the whole time. Lo and behold.
Hey man, it's state business, man, but as long as the Thug is free, Gunna's free, they get to make good music, hopefully again, and that's really it, They both took pleas, so fuck it.
Yeah, well, Gunna and Young Thug took pleas, but Yak Gotti actually beat his case. And Young Thug, I guess, was annoyed because he felt that if he didn't take his plea, he could have actually won at trial. Kind of like Yak Gotti did.
Yeah, but nobody wanted. What's the jail they was in again?
Yeah, for Fulton County or something.
That shit like Atlanta's Rikers Island, man.
Oh, no, it is. It's the worst jail in America. And in fact, I remember I was talking to George Cheedy about it. They're saying that the
motherfucker don't want to be in that shit for 2 weeks.
It's
right?
so shoddy that inmates, okay, so last year there was over 400 stabbings. Last year alone, meaning that someone got stabbed every day, and on certain days more than one person got stabbed.
You might not come home out that bitch.
Yeah, why Van Lucci got stabbed up in there?
Yeah, that's New York's Rikers Island.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Yak Gotti still has a career?
I mean, you know how the streets is, bro. The streets give you the answers. It's like once you already know the answer to that kind of,
Well, but I just interviewed YSL Woody.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a whole newfound career. He's doing interviews. I paid him for an interview.
I mean, YSL Woody is a funny nigga, and he got personality. So it's like it depends on the person, but there's gonna be niggas with street code and ethics that's gonna look at him like yo, and there's gonna be some niggas that fuck with him. Everybody don't gotta like him. Everybody ain't gotta hate him. You know what I'm saying? People like him, hate him, whatever. But he got he's a funny motherfucker.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Woody. I didn't realize this until we actually sat down and did the interview, and I did a lot of research behind him. Like when he was a kid, when he was like 10 years old. He had this really bad accident where he hit his head, and I guess he went into a coma. He had to learn how to read, write, talk, and so forth. and he got put in special ed classes. And then at one point he gets kicked out of school, so he just drops out. His mom dies, his dad dies. So you got him by himself. You got a kid with, mental issues and special ed classes with anger issues.
Yeah, but I mean,
poverty issues.
Yeah, I mean,
you give him a gun.
There's niggas like that in every hood, brother.
So here's the question: when you look at all the people you were around, how many people, like when you look at the most violent people that were around you over the years, how many of those people do you think really had serious mental issues, as opposed to just like, hey, I just like being violent?
I don't think a lot. I mean, some people did, some people didn't. Like in every hood, like you go to the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, everybody's tough. Everybody's, not everybody's tough, but everybody grew up in tough environments. You understand what I'm saying?
Some people are a lot more violent than others, though. Everyone's tough and everyone will defend themselves. But there's other people that go out of their way to do really crazy shit to people.
Some people, there is some crazy. Maybe it could be something mental. Maybe it couldn't. You know what I mean? There's a lot of crazy niggas in every hood. There's a motherfucker that's crazy. But, you gotta learn wrong from right when you're in the streets real fast. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's how that play. But as for him, he's a funny motherfucker. I mean, everybody, certain people gonna like him, some people not, Charleston White, he's a funny motherfucker too. Like, I'm entertained with the internet. To me, the internet is the new TV. I could be watching a movie, you know what I mean? But I could be watching the internet too, be on the internet at the same time too. So I like, Balloon Challenge. I like watching artist videos. I like all that shit. That shit is funny. Like when Charleston White and fucking Woody do the balloon challenges, and what's the little kid rapper? He's a funny motherfucker too. He's crazy though.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name. Woody's doing 20 versus 1s.
Yeah, that shit be funny, man. It'd be entertainment for me. So, to each his own. You make your money, you do your thing. That's not my business. It's not my crew. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you decide to do in your life is cool with you. So for me, I'm just looking at it like it's all entertainment. Charleston White tell niggas he'll tell on you in a heartbeat, but he still show you a big ass gun. So for me, it's all
and
entertainment.
He'll stab you. I've seen it.
Yeah.
He'll pepper spray you?
Yeah, pepper spray you. He'll tell on you, and he'll shoot you. So I don't know. Like, for me, it's entertainment. I get online and I watch all this shit. The Cosmonauts, the everybody. I watch everybody. It's just, I'm a fan of what's going on. I like sports. I love the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I read books and all that shit too, right? But for me, the internet is like the new TV. Because even when you got the TV on, you're going to go on Instagram, TikTok, once in a while you go on Facebook, Twitter, call it X, whatever they call it now.
I want you to be honest right now, because everyone changed their story after it happened. Mm-hmm. Be honest. Who did you have your money on before the fight? Mike Tyson or Jake Paul?
Mike Tyson.
After the fight, how'd you feel?
I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, I don't know. It's like when you see Tyson train, he looked like he could fucking kill you. And then, when he got in the ring, it just looked, I don't know, shaky. But it's Mike Tyson, so he's always going to be my hero, no matter what. You know what I mean? Motherfucker came out of Brownsville, dirt. You know what I'm saying? Nigga came from the bottom, just like us, came from the mud. And just to see him, lose to Jake Paul. But what people are saying, I'm not saying this, because I like Jake Paul. I feel like what they doing, they're YouTube boxers. I know people don't look at them as serious boxers sometimes, but you got to give them their props.
He beat up Mike Tyson.
I met KSI in Qatar, dude from London, the hood, fucking got prime with his brother. Like serious money these guys getting. You can't knock somebody when they get money.
No, I thought it was great. I thought it was great for the sport.
Them fights, look, even Gervonta, look, Jake Paul is so smart, even Gervonta called him out. That's must-see TV.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, I ordered the fight. I'm going to watch Jake Paul.
You didn't order the fight. It was free on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's Netflix, whatever. Yeah. But we watched the fight.
Right.
But I got Netflix. I forgot it was on Netflix.
Exactly, yeah.
But his old previous fight, Jake Paul, I ordered those. You had to order them, yeah. Right?
Well, look, Mike Tyson landed, I'm going to ask you, actually, how many punches did Mike Tyson land in 8 rounds?
I could tell you how much.
18.
Damn.
He gets like 2 punches in a round.
Yeah, it's crazy because, when you see him train, he looks like a fucking killer. That's why I'm not saying it, Mike, but people were saying they thought it was like a money grab. Jake Paul, I'm not saying it either. You know what I mean? Because watch him train, then watch him in the ring. It's a big difference.
Mike Tyson landed 18 punches. Jake Paul landed 78.
Oh, well, listen.
Mike Tyson was limping into the ring.
Listen.
He tripped at one point.
Listen, the streets are saying they thought it was a money grab because when you see that motherfucker train, he looked like the same motherfucker from Brownsville. And then when he got in the ring,
it was horrible.
He was biting his glove, and we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So it looked like, they must have gave, you know how the streets are. Because the homies, they be like, nah, man, Jake Paul gave that motherfucker extra $2 million, man. Because they both eat. But at the same time, it's different when somebody hitting you back.
Look, I interviewed Mike Tyson. It was somewhat of a tense interview at certain times, but I remember this one question I asked, and I think this kind of tears down your theory about this, because this is something he told me on camera.
Yeah.
And we'll play this. I said, what did you think when Buster Douglas fought Holyfield, right after the Tyson fight? Mm-hmm. He came in fat, overweight. He got hit with a punch and just basically was like, give me the money.
Right.
What Tyson said was, and he was like, I don't want to say this wrong, but as boxers, we have a certain bloodline and a certain pedigree that when you get on that big stage on a world championship fight, that you put everything into it and you perform and you give it all. You're willing to die in that ring. I forgot the exact words, but it was something like that. Mm-hmm. And he basically was saying that Buster's not like that. That Buster's not like him, who just get in there for a money grab.
I understand why it's this way. And I think life is not fair when it's this way. It's just some guys, got different kind of characters and bloodlines. Some guys think this stuff is not worth nothing, but money ain't worth dying. And then some people think this boxing stuff is worth dying for. And when you come in to fight for the championship, and you come look decently prepared. You don't come like you look like you want to lose. And at that particular night, Buster came like he looked like he wanted. It didn't look like he trained one day.
So I don't think that Tyson, with his history, would just go in there and purposely lose for an extra couple million. I think Tyson, who was already rich at that point, did as well as he could. It just wasn't that good.
All I'm saying is this. When you see him in the gym, the motherfucker look like he hasn't lost a beat.
Yeah.
I'm saying what the streets are saying and what people talking after the fight. When he got in the ring, it was like you said, it was 2 punches around or whatever.
Yeah.
When you see him in the gym, when you air this, play him in the gym.
Yeah, no, we'll play it.
Play a clip of him in the gym with his trainer.
Yeah, he looked great. He looked great.
Yeah.
Play him. I feel you. It was like,
then play a
30 punches a second. I feel you.
Like I said, this is New York's hero. He's one of New York's heroes. So we never gonna believe that he really lost the fight, bro.
Well, do you know what fight they just announced? I think it's official.
What?
Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah, that's must-see TV.
But Conor is small though. Keep in mind.
Listen,
but he could fight.
Listen, Jake Paul is a genius, man. Like, cause you gotta understand. Of course, we grew up watching, Mike Tyson and all these guys, and Buster Douglas and all these dudes, and now Mayweather and Pacquiao. We love that. But if this motherfucker fight McGregor, motherfuckers gonna order that.
Yeah, McGregor's 170 pounds. And let me see, Jake Paul. Jake Paul's a heavyweight.
He's like 220 maybe? 225?
227.
I was 2 pounds off, see?
That's like a 60-pound weight difference. That's a lot.
McGregor hit hard. Jake Paul hit hard. But Jake Paul didn't knock out Tyson.
I think he could have.
But he didn't. Yeah. That's all that matters. It's a payday and Tyson didn't get knocked out. So it's a win for him too. Now if Tyson would have got knocked out, that would have, come on, bro. We would have remembered that forever. Jake Paul didn't knock him out, bro. Yeah. That's all Tyson had to do. We talking about how old is Tyson?
See, but the thing is though, I think that Jake Paul learned from history that you don't want to knock out and brutalize an aging champion, because that happened with Muhammad Ali and Trevor Berbick, and the whole world hated Trevor Berbick afterwards. I don't know if you know this whole story.
No, I don't know that one.
Yeah. Muhammad Ali's final fight was against Trevor Berbick, and Trevor Berbick beat the shit out of him for 12 rounds. And Mike Tyson said he hated Trevor for that. And when he won the championship from Trevor, like Ali like whispered in his ear, like kill him for me. And Mike was like, yeah, all right. And I remember when I interviewed Larry Holmes, who fought Trevor Berbick also, and he was like, yeah, man, the guy's a piece of shit for what he did to Ali. And I'm like, do you know how he died? He's like, nah. The way Trevor Berbick died is that his nephew beat him to death with a steel pipe in like Jamaica.
Traffic.
It's tragic. Larry Holmes said, good, he got what he deserved. God don't like ugly.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of hatred that people had because Trevor beat up everyone's hero, Muhammad Ali. Damn. So if Jake Paul went in and beat the shit out of Tyson, knocked him out, knocked a tooth out, had him lying on the ground, he could have turned a win into a loss. People would have hated Jake Paul for doing that.
No, I agree. Hell yeah.
See what I'm saying? So Jake, at the end, what did he do? He bowed.
Yeah, they both win. Jake Paul wins because he's getting a big check, and Mike Tyson wins because he's getting a big check. It's business. And whoever they fight next, I'll watch again.
I had a couple of member questions, because I post this up to my VladTV YouTube members. A couple of interesting ones that I'd never really heard before. This one guy, Bob and Debbie, he said he remembers as a kid he saw a clip where you brought a butter knife from the room as protection, and 50 was like, what are you going to do, slice up some butter with that?
Tell him he got it wrong. That was shot money.
That was shot money? Yeah. That wasn't
Tell him, yeah.
Okay, you never had a butter knife?
Nah, I had sharp knives. So they got me fucked up. He don't even know what Yayo look like. What's his name, Bob and Debbie?
Yeah, Bob
and Debbie. Y'all don't even know what Yayo and shot money? Big difference.
You know something? Knowing Shot Money and my problems with him, I can see him with a butter knife.
Yeah, it was a
He's
butter
like
knife.
a butter knife kind of guy.
Like, you can look back and see. You mistaking me for Shot Money, man. I ain't got no problems with Shot Money, but
butter knife XL.
That was butter knife XL, man. Don't be mistaking me for that motherfucker. That was a classical moment on that I forgot what DVD it was, but that was in Puerto Rico. I'll never forgot that.
I think I was there actually.
You probably was there.
Make Sure Power Summit? Yeah, I think I was there during that time.
That's when Keith Murray, he fought
Sam Crespo? Somebody threw the chair at Sam Crespo or something like that.
Who? They was in Jam Master Jay group. He fought
Onyx?
No, he fought, what's the guy? My man. He was down with Jam Master Jay. They had that song. It was like Cornbread something. I forgot the name of their shit.
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah. It didn't really get it.
It was Randy Allen and
I know what you're talking about.
And his nephew. Yeah, he fought Keith Murray that time. Keith Murray, wild Long Island motherfucker.
I mean, he's still wild. Have you seen some of these videos of him recently?
No.
When he's like homeless and looks homeless, he's just high in the middle of the street. You never seen these videos?
Nah. Hope he get better, man. God bless him.
Yeah, I hope he gets better too.
Hope he get better, because, he's definitely one of the greats. I mean.
Another one of my members, Hanville07, he said, ask Yayo if he has any memories of Soulja Slim, because there was a rumor that G-Unit was going to sign Soulja Slim at one point.
Yeah, I don't think I get a chance to meet him, but I think Banks and them got a chance to meet him, or probably Buck, because Soulja Slim, I don't think I get a chance to meet him, but I think people in the group met him. Rest in peace to him, but I never get a chance to meet him.
Well, I mean, you guys were messing with Juvenile, and Juvenile and Slim were super close.
Yeah, G-Unit was going to sign a whole bunch of artists, though. So,
really?
Yeah.
Who else was G-Unit going to sign back in the day?
I think Fab.
Fabulous was going to sign G-Unit?
Yeah, Keisha
oh, shit,
Cole.
Okay. Wait, who else?
I think Keisha Cole. I was locked up for that.
Okay.
Yeah, between her and Olivia. Just, it's a whole bunch of artists.
Probably should have gone for Keisha in retrospect.
Yeah.
Olivia was cool, but Keisha is still an icon.
Keisha Cole on G-Unit at that time. Olivia was cool. Yeah, I liked her records, but yeah, Keisha Cole definitely would have been in.
Was a bigger talent.
Yeah.
No offense to Olivia. I've interviewed her before. She's, nice lady, but
Olivia, she was cool. I just didn't think
Keisha.
She didn't get enough time to, to get her.
I don't know, man. I felt that she had a lot of chances. 50 was on songs with her and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. No, but I'm just saying she did.
I'm not going for that.
She didn't drop an album though.
Well, because I don't think she built up the buzz to drop an album.
Yeah.
You don't just drop an album.
Yeah, she was on Candy Shop. That was like the
exactly.
Yeah, No,
Yeah,
50,
she had some singles.
don't get me wrong, he threw an alley-oops, big alley-oops.
Big
She
ones.
definitely dope artist, but, you know, you had a chance to sign Keisha Cole and Olivia. You know, Keisha Cole's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but in retrospect, it's hard to see where a person's going to end up as an artist.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit.
It's a tough business.
Look, I clearly remember at Def Jam when Rihanna and Tierra Marie were signed at right around the same time, and Tierra Marie was the one that they thought was going to blow. I remember Mix Show Power Summit, Jay would sit next to her, you know what I'm saying? And they were like positioning her to be the next big thing. You fast forward, 2024, Rihanna's one of the biggest artists in the world.
Yes.
And Tierra has done some reality shows here and there, but hasn't dropped music in 20 years.
That's crazy. Yeah, you never know where artists
You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never
man.
know. You know, I interviewed
know.
my man JR, who actually worked with you guys at one point. You know, Jonathan Rodham.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he did a few songs for 50 and the Young Buck and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Now I know.
He gave her her first hit, SOS.
Damn.
And that was actually a song for this girl group that he was shopping, and nobody wanted the group, but he was like, well, I got this song. So he just sent it over, and Rihanna liked it. That was her first number one. That was his first number one.
I can imagine what his public. Shout to him.
Oh no,
Publishing checks
he does well. He does well. But that's the thing, like, and you could say, we talked about this in the interview, you could say if it wasn't for that song, Rihanna could have become Tierra Marie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know.
You definitely need.
It's not like, oh, the talent would have shown no matter what. No, Rihanna was cool.
Listen, in the music business, you definitely better pray to God and just hope you got some luck. It's God and luck. Those are the two things in the business.
God and luck.
That's it, man. Yep.
Max B's supposed to get out.
Free Max B, free the wave, man.
November 9th. So about a year.
Free the wave, man.
A little less than a year.
Yeah, shout to Max B. You know, that was my guy. I was fucking with Max B and French way before they was like around Khaled and Diddy and them niggas. Them niggas used to be around. I seen the potential in them niggas, even though, you know, I always looked, like I said, French was smart with the marketing, with, you know, the cocaine DVDs. You know what I'm saying? It definitely was some shit on there. That was the shit back then. And then he started rapping. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was cool. And, you know, Max was, you know, free to wave. Max had the bars and the stories and the melodies. He was like, man, I think if he didn't get locked up, man, shoo.
Well, yeah, no, I think that, because Max was the star and French was sort of like his homie in the beginning, right? And then they both started to build up in their own way, but then Max went to prison, and French had the opportunity to pursue his
French
career.
know how to make records.
Yeah,
but when you compare them as MCs, Max was just all around. You know, that nigga could get melodic, tell the stories, got bars. He just was, you know, Max was one of the. Come on, he was on top of the game before we left, as well as Stack Bundles. I always say, like, when you look at Jim Jones, those are like two. He had the dream team with them. Max B and Stack Bundles. Sheesh. Man, the rest of the piece of Stack, as well as Chinks too. And Chinks, you know, Far Rock, man, got some good rappers, man. I can't even lie.
Yeah, I think we did his last interview before he passed.
Yeah, fucked up Chinks.
Chinks was dope, man. But really, Stack was kind of like the star, I felt.
No, Stack Bundles, come on, bro. Stack Bundles is crazy.
They killed him out of jealousy. I remember hearing stories how they used to like key up his Porsche and throw sugar in his gas tank and, you know, like just fucked up hater type shit.
That's how it should be, you know. Sometimes, you know, wish he was still here. We wish a lot of rappers were still here, you know, but it comes with a lot of hate, comes with a lot of love. It's 50-50.
Well, another one of my members, Jesse from Deo, said, is it true Supreme was initially on the intro for Ghetto Quran?
Nah, never
Not
heard
true.
that. Nah.
Never heard that. Because back then, everyone was cool with each other. I think that's why the assumption was there.
But nah, I never heard that one. The first guy thought I was Shy Money. Now he's asking me. Go ahead, go to the next one, man, because they're not asking the right question.
Oh, what's going on with Uncle Murder's 2024 wrap-up?
The wrap-up's coming. Shout to Uncle Murder. He got his new house, man. He's doing big things, man. Me and him, I'm on the phone with him because I'm about to get 86-inch TV. I was thinking about getting.
They're pretty cheap these days.
Yeah,
Get
pretty
it for about
cheap.
$1,200. You should
Yeah.
go for the 98-inch. You can get those, not the Samsungs, but you can get like those Hisense joints, like a
Yeah.
100-inch TV for like $1,600.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'm getting a deal on this one anyway.
Okay.
So this guy got. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get an 86. What you got? Cause my man, like the barber, he was like, nah, he got some shit in his house. Yeah, his house is serious. He got some shit. And I was like, he was like, I'm like, nigga, what you got? This nigga motherfucker got 80s everywhere. Just 80s. I'm like, damn, motherfucker. Cause I think I got probably a 70 in my living room. I'm thinking about 86.
TVs are cheap now.
But yeah, he got the wrap up. You know, the pressure's always on for him because we gonna be going anyway. So I don't. He got to write it in a timely fashion or started it. I didn't ask him no questions. Just asked him about the beat. Of course, he got his boy on there, super producer. You know, and Great John, shout out to him, and it should be interesting. You know.
Yeah, I feel like.
But we're gonna be in Vegas for the
Yeah.
for Planet Hollywood,
Right.
For the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to. My always look at him is how he's gonna pull it off.
Yeah,
You know?
look, I feel proud that I have not gotten into any of these wrap-ups over the years.
got
My
some-
name hasn't been mentioned. They
got
mentioned my
security.
interviews and played some of my stuff. That's cool. But me, myself, I have not been one of the victims in any of the wrap-ups yet.
Yes. Nah, you don't
You know
want
what
to be
I'm
in a
saying?
wrap up.
And-
You can
and
be in a
that's-
wrap up a good way or bad way. It's always that time of year, man, for my man Uncle Murder, man.
Yeah, usually most people don't want to end up in that wrap-up.
Oh, nah, never. At all.
Well, this news actually just broke. Rayful Edmonds just died.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know who that is, right?
Yeah, from the drug dealer, right?
The DC.
Yeah,
He
of
was the
course.
king of crack. He basically introduced DC to crack cocaine.
Damn, rest in peace, man. That's
And
crazy.
he told on over 300 people.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Damn.
Terrence Gangster Williams said that they actually changed some of the rules in the feds over Rayful Edmonds.
Damn, I didn't know he told on people. I heard his name. I just never
Oh
really
yeah,
looked into
they
the
gave him a
story.
bucket of chicken, and he just went to town.
Why
told on
I
everybody.
gotta be chicken, Vlad? See,
Because that's what it was. That was exactly what happened.
Let's edit that part, because you know when
That's literally exactly what happened.
Why? That's why when we ain't on the plane, you don't order chicken all the time around all these white people, man.
Really?
Chicken,
that's
chicken,
still
chicken.
a thing?
Nah, I'm only joking with you.
Nah. But you know what it was?
Well, you
I guess
said a bucket of chicken. Why couldn't be a burger though?
because it actually literally was. I saw the interviews from the cops that gave it to him. He said he just finally had enough. They were going to lock up his mom. And he just said, fine, give me some chicken. I'll tell on everybody.
300 people. Damn.
300 people. I don't even know 300 people,
Word.
much less telling on 300 people.
Word.
That's insane.
Yeah, that just don't even sound real. 300 people. How do you tell on 300 people? How do you remember 300 people? No, I mean I can remember 300. You know, we artists, we in the game maybe, but damn, how can you remember 300 people? Shit they did. I don't know. Sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, and I also want to say
But it's in the paperwork.
it's in the paperwork.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's in the paperwork. I think he just got out.
Yeah, I think he just
He
did
just
too.
got out. There's a video of him in the airport.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers are getting out from the 80s, man. Caveman time. They getting out now.
Yeah, Prince is out.
Yep.
Big Meech
Tut?
is out.
Tut is out.
Tut is out.
Big Meech
and
is out.
apparently, Tut just made a video saying he had nothing to do with the Tupac shooting.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Glad I didn't pay for that interview.
Shit, pay him.
They tried to hit me in the head for that interview, but they
you should still pay him.
insisted that his wife do the interview. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing none of this. And now I see the whole play.
Maybe it could be something federal though. Maybe you know, let his wife do the interview. Should be interesting. Give him
I
money.
mean, it's over now. It's done. He's already told the story.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well,
it is
shout
what
out
it
to
is.
Tut, man. Shout out to Brooklyn, man.
Yeah.
That's murder people. Shout out to White. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I just want to say that right now, I mean, there was different news about it, but it seems like OG Mako is still alive, but I guess he tried to kill
Yeah.
himself.
Hopefully he get better. Man, I seen that on online.
He had a really bad skin disease, like a flesh-eating
Right.
disorder. I remember he
Damn.
talked about that in our last interview.
That's crazy.
And, I mean, look, and I don't want to be harsh about this, but I feel like in situations like this, you gotta be real. Like, as bad as it must have been for him to live with a skin condition, if he survives with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to his face, it's going to be 1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
So to everyone who thinks that suicide is the answer,
definitely not, man.
Think about what happens if you're not actually successful in doing it. So now you have to live with a horrific injury, and your life is way worse than it was before.
Yeah, it's just sad around.
So,
pray for that,
just
man.
take a step back, man, and we all go through bad situations. I'm going through bad situations right now. People close to me know that. But you still want to make it to the next day. It gets a little better every day. It gets a little bit better. Yeah, you go through emotions and you're going through issues and so forth, but every day gets a little bit easier. Time really does heal all wounds.
Definitely.
Think about all the stuff that you really were upset and was hurting you a year ago. You're probably okay with it. I mean,
everybody goes through
every
things
single
in
person,
life, man. And like I always tell people, they call me when they're going through stuff, and I just say, man, pray on it, man. That's the most you could do is pray on it and just go to the next day. So pray for that man. He get better mentally and physically, and just try to be humble and be a good person, man, as best you could be. That's it.
One last question before I let you go. What do you think, from your point of view, because it's not like 50 Cent and G-Unit came out and 3 months later they're superstars and they're getting signed and you guys are getting signed or whatever else. You guys built up over a while, but there was a certain point, because I remember I just got to New York around 2002. You guys got on this run that was just historic.
Definitely. Yeah.
Right? And like I said, 50 had been doing it for a while. He had a record deal, he had How to Rob, and
I was there for everything.
You were there for everything.
Yeah, Columbia and everything.
Exactly. But that moment, how long did it last? Like 6 months before you guys got signed? From the point you guys really took off to the point where you guys got signed, how much time passed? 6 months, a year?
Yeah, probably a year.
Okay, so let's just say a year. What was it about that year that was so different from everything you guys had ever done before that got you guys to where you ended up being?
What was different about that year?
What was different about that year? Because something had to be changed around for you guys to accomplish what it was that you guys did.
I think it was the work ethic. Because, we was, not being on the block and being in the hood and, selling drugs and shit, where 50 was like, yo, come to the studio. So we went to the studio and we actually seen shit working. We were stars in the hood. It's the bootleggers, every bootlegger on Jamaica, shout to all the fucking bootleggers. Motherfuckers, artists used to want to beat them up back in the days. Even some of our friends.
You guys embraced them. Yeah, I remember 50 was talking about that. He embraced the bootleggers.
Yeah, we embraced.
I remember as a mixtape DJ, I would get into it with the bootleggers. Yeah. But he said, fuck it. You guys are just promo.
The bootleggers was the Instagram. It was the marketing.
You're right.
At that point.
Yeah.
Because that was you go to Jamaica Avenue and I see my African
Canal
dudes
Street.
Yeah. You go to Canal. So everywhere. So we used to go to Jamaica Avenue and be
Street,
around.
All that, yeah.
Even when we used to go to Violator, we used to see the bootleggers in the city and they'll have our shit. And instead of beating them up, because some dudes in the entourage will snuff them, and 50 used to be like, yo, don't do that. No, they have friends. Shout to bootleggers, because that was the marketing. That was the Instagram. That was the TikTok. So, I mean, for me, we was just happy being stars in the hood. Stars in New York City, because we love New York. This is our home. Stars here. So it was cool for us. Even stars in our pocket are just in Queens. Know what I'm saying? But that was the turning point where all the mixtapes, the work we did in Shaw Money Basement was fucking on Jamaica Avenue. It's
you mean
Liberty.
Butter Knife's basement?
Yeah, Butter Knife Shop. I don't know how y'all messed me up with that. But I think
that was it. It was just you guys just got straight to work, took out all the distractions,
right,
and had to go without because your money stream stopped at that point.
And then when you gotta think about with music, like I said, man, you know how important a Funk Master Flex freestyle was back then. How important how I excited I was to go up there just to get on Funkmaster Flex back then. Because you remember in the fucking freestyles he had when he had Mason and all these niggas and Jay and Nas. And so those moments, for me, are more important than anything. Not the money, not the cars, the videos. That's all fun. The traveling for me and the moments like that are big and high hip-hop. Or when I meet like a Jim Carrey or Robert De Niro or fucking Denzel Washington, those moments are always big for me because I'm still a fan at the same time. Like I said, I just met Ewan for the first time, Starks, and I'm thinking about my man Dean lived in Laurelton, so Anthony Mason, he was related to the next door neighbors. DJ Bill Biggs Adventures, and his name was Mel. So I used to see Anthony Mason pull up in a big body joint, the Benz and all that, right there in Laurelton, coming from school, because I used to go to school in Rosedale. So those moments for me, John Starks, Ewan, then I get mad because Oakley's not invited in the building, but you know how that is. That's between the big boss man, Joe Dolan, right? That's between the boss man, right? And I miss Anthony Mason. I think of Anthony Mason. Like, that brings me, when I see them, that brings me back to the time of seeing him on 226 in Merrick Boulevard in the big body Benz. Like, damn, Mason used to be in the hood. I see his son, and shout out to his son, Mason Jr. He goes to the games, and he gets all the awards and stuff for him because it was homecoming. Shout out to the Knicks, baby, and the Jets, too. Giants, y'all bugged out for getting rid of Saquon. Fucking mad at you. The fuck they do that for? But I guess the Eagles had all the stars around them, so fuck can you do? You know what I mean? But I know, because we was in Philly. We just did the Lock show.
Yeah, I was just there too,
Yeah, you was there?
I was there over the weekend.
Oh, so we came out with the Lock, shout to them. And it was crazy because dudes from Philly was like, yo, the best thing y'all could have did was give us Saquon. You know, he's going for MVP. I think he's going for MVP. Him, Lamar, and what's my man? He's a mutant. What's my man? He's fucking unbelievable. From Buffalo Bills. He's fucking, I don't know, I fucking can't think right now, but I think he should get it. You know my boy, man. What's his name? He fucking got the Buffalo Bills doing good.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Fucking alien or something. I think he has the best record.
Yeah, I mean, he's an MVP, hopeful at this point.
Yeah.
That's what it is, Tony Yayo.
That's what it is,
Another
man.
one of the
Tony
can.
Yayo.
Till next time.
I think, what do y'all leave in the comments, do you think me and Vlad should have a show? Fucking just arguing all the time because he gets on my fucking nerves. Happy holidays to you guys.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's, and love you guys. And if you hate me, we embrace the hate too, baby.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.